think I could wait. There we go. We are live. All right, everybody. This is Dave Wood. Let me unmute myself here, or turn back on my camera. Hold on. It doesn't detect a camera, but I do have a camera. This is a weird problem. Hold on just a second, folks.
The camera must have detected that you're too good looking, Dave.
that is it. You know. All right. So let me try to close the browser and just restart it real quick. I'll disappear for a second.
Hey, folks. Just wanted to say it's Zach here. Here, I'll pop on the camera for real quick. Welcome to Next Level Mastermind on the 17th. If you guys are ready to get started, let us know in the comments below how hyped up you are. And we'll get Dave back on here in just a few moments here.
Well, I'm here, but it's doing this thing with the video again. I have no idea why that would ever happen. Hold
on. Oh, really?
No camera found. I do have a camera.
Maybe try shutting off Skype. Sometimes that gives me a little grief.
I could be doing it. Apologize, guys. I am about ready to get force quit. Give me a second.
It looks like everybody's super stoked in the chat.
All right, yeah. All right, guys. Here, Zach. You know, if you could just entertain them for a few minutes.
I got you, man. No worries.
Guys, I'm gonna reboot my computer just because it's easier to communicate if you guys can see me. And I don't know. This is kind of a new thing. So I'm gonna try rebooting my computer. If I can't, I'll just do an audio training. That's fine. But I'd like if you guys could see me. My brother Will's gonna be joining me here in a bit as well. So I will be right back. Got some really cool stuff for you guys tonight.
Awesome. Hey guys, so you guys are officially stuck with me. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. I know I am. I'm getting really excited for the upcoming event. If you're going to be there, let us know in the comments below. I want to know who I'm going to be hugging and welcoming into Atlanta. And very, very excited for the upcoming event. So super stoked about that. You guys are getting kind of a sneak peek into the world of Zach. This is my bedroom. I am sitting in bed right now because I work from home, and it is truly a blessing, and it is truly amazing. And as always, I'm very excited to have you guys on here today. I'm especially excited because we have a lot of things prepared for you. A lot of prep work went into tonight's episode. Ramonia, see you there tomorrow. Awesome cast member. Can't wait to work with you again. Nice, good to see you there, Leslie. Can't wait to see you there. We got Valentino, he's going to be there. We got Don's going to be there. Gary's going to be there. Kathleen, how you doing? Can't wait to see you in Atlanta. I appreciate all of you guys, and especially everybody that's going to be at the upcoming event. We're really excited, and we can't wait to have you guys there. And I do see the man of the hour is back on. So thanks for spending a little bit of time with me here today, folks. And I'm gonna pass it off to Dave. It's all you, man.
Yeah, well, you've been doing a great job. You've been doing awesome stuff, Zach. A lot of people don't know how much he does, but he really does a lot of the behind the scenes stuff in customer service, and has a great team down there. And so a lot of you guys will be connecting with them over the next little bit anyways, because they're calling all the new members that are coming in. We're actually going to get all of our new members called, all of the application leads that we get called. We're going to get people called right when they go into Grace. In fact, we had that going on. We had that going on today. And a Grace payment, if you guys aren't familiar with our system terminal, excuse me, got the hiccups with our system terminology. It just means that somebody's payment failed, and so it puts their account in a Grace mode for a certain period of time where they don't lose any functionality. They just got to go and get their payment through. And so we started calling all of them as they're going into Grace. We'll be calling all of our older abandons, and so we're training everybody how to connect with people on the phone and build relationships with customers that we're bringing in, because I think it's important. Because I think that when we build relationships with people in the right way, then we really can get powerful results, because they're going to stay around for a long time. And that's what tonight is going to be about. So I figured I would do a couple of things tonight. I actually thought about this because I keep getting people asking me questions that I answer, and then they don't listen. And around the specific thing that we're going to be training tonight. And I think they don't listen, not because what we're doing in particular is difficult or hard. Hey, Will.
Hey, how you doing?
So my brother Will, We're over in Atlanta.
Hanging out. Just got in.
Yeah. How was the trip?
Dude, really nice, man.
Do we have another chair?
I'll pull a chair over. Yeah. Just keep on going. I'll make myself comfy.
So in any case, you know, I think that it's not that. I think that there's usually, if somebody's avoiding something over and over and over again, there's usually, I find, a couple of reasons. Really, there could be lots of reasons, but there's usually a few that are really consistent, especially if it's in a business like this. It's either they don't feel confident enough in their understanding of it to be able to take the action that they know they need to take. That could be one of them. They're not confident in it because they've not got the right training, because they've not got to practice, right? Another thing could just be that they think it's something different than it is, right? Like, for example, when you think sales in your head, what do you guys think about? You know, this should be an interesting thing. Actually, Zach, if you could get me this page so I can go look at this and actually interact.
Yeah. The URL, man.
Yeah, hold on. Let me load this on the page. It'll take me a second to load.
Hey, Zach, how you doing, man?
Hey, dude, I'm doing awesome, man. I'm stoked for Atlanta. The hotel looks beautiful.
Dude, this property is in one of the most beautiful places I've seen. This is fantastic.
That's awesome to hear, man. Let's see.
So yay for Bonnie.
Chat action here. Okay, I posted the link in the chat in the Hangout.
All right, hold on. Let me just load it up. All right, so I'm here on the page with you guys. That way I can interact, and that way when I ask you questions, you guys can kind of interact back and forth as well. And I think that the fears people have, they're pretty common. They feel like they don't know what to do. They feel like they're overloaded or that there's too much to do. They don't understand how what they're doing is going to fit into the plan. They want to shortcut whatever it is that they have to do. But in order to get to the place where they can shortcut it, they have to do this thing first, and then therefore they're just kind of avoiding it because they're avoiding it. There's not really a lot of reason. We'll look at NLP, the why are people doing that thing, a lot better than I can, because for me, I'm going to tend to say just get off your ass and just go do that thing, right? After a while. You know, there's a certain kind of like this loving space where you let people do it. But then after a certain time, you're like, okay, now it's time to just go do that thing that you said that you were going to do. And then Will could help with that because I get stuck too. Right?
I feel like I'm in one of those chairs at the bank that's really, really short. That
I do that. It's
like Dave,
spatial anchoring. always put them in a position where they feel like you have more power. Just a slightly taller chair.
Dave, I don't understand why I'm feeling so short.
Everyone feels like that around me, Will. Everyone feels like that.
Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah, I had a beard mishap. Maybe I'll talk to you about it later on. So it's a lot shorter than it was last week, but glad you guys like it.
So there's a couple of things here. This is what I'm going to cover today. You know, Will said basically, Dave, you're going to get in early. I'm going to be late. I want to make sure we get the next level mastermind training going. And we decided the other week to not have it be a recording because this needs to be a part of the culture in a company. And I went on and did some training, and so we decided to do it live, even though we've been traveling. And so Will had assigned it on the 9-figure secrets or something like that.
Yeah.
And you know, and then I basically changed it to the real secrets, which is how to recruit people, right? And how to get sales, because I think too many people are avoiding this process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through the process, okay, that you need to go through in order to bring somebody into a business. And there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. And I don't have a whiteboard, because if I did have a whiteboard, right, I'd be breaking this down in a whiteboard. But let me basically talk you through this process. I'm going to be watching the comments to make sure that this makes sense. Okay. Number one, we've always talked about this. You need quality traffic, right? And I say quality traffic because what quality traffic is it's people sitting in front of their computer or looking at their phone who are people that could buy your products or services, right? And if you're an Empower Network affiliate, they're people that are sitting there, they're looking at their phone, they're looking at their computer, and they can buy. They have the ability. They have a credit card, right? They have one. It's in their wallet. They have a credit card right there, and they could just pull it out. They could put it on. You know, I like to put my credit card in the corner of my computer there and just type it in, right? I'm old-fashioned. I still like typing on a computer rather than with my thumbs. You know, but people are doing that thing where they just talk out it now, and it actually understands what they're saying.
Or like mine, you can like scan the credit card just with like your camera.
Oh yeah,
It's wild.
That's even more ninja. So what do you do next? pull out your cell phone and scan your credit card into our database. That just sounds a little more creepy.
I think the next generation is where you just like touch your temple and it just automatically like, you know, scans right through your retina.
No,
which is
what'll
uploaded to
happen in the generation after that, you'll think about touching it to your temple, and then your card will say, "It's all right, I'll do it for you." Right? So in any case, let me go through. We got good traffic, right? Which is traffic that are in your market that can buy. So let's qualify this a little bit. They're in your market. They have the ability to buy, right? They want a solution for something that you sell, right? Because if they want a solution and it's not something that you sell, well, you could sell it to them anyways, but they're just going to cancel it. And they're not going to get the value they want because it's not what they want, right? They want something different, which is actually completely fine, right? Knowing that this is how it is liberating, because you don't have to try to close these people, right? And there's some other characteristics, but that's, and I would say the people that you would like, right? Like, you could invite them over around your spouse, and you wouldn't have to feel like you'd have to kind of like stand in front of your spouse to block them from being there and being weird with her or him or whatever. You know what I mean? You don't want people that you feel weird around in your business.
You don't have to like count your silverware after you're done. Make sure they take a fork or something.
Yeah, this is important, because a lot of times if you don't define these things, people define it for you, right?
Right.
And you really want to work. You don't want to replace a job with a job that has more stress, and just a couple of people that really are not fun to work with can add tons and tons and tons and tons of stress. So in any case, I'm gonna get distracted here. Are you guys gonna be eating in here?
No, they just bring me food.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. I appreciate you guys. You might as well say something, because they could hear you whispering right there. Yeah. I just get distraction with the walking.
Sorry.
No worries. Thank you guys.
Over that'd be awesome.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so back to whatever I was talking about, which I may never remember. But we're talking about getting qualified traffic, okay? Now, when you get qualified traffic, what do you want to do? Well, what you want to do is you want to capture them through some kind of a process, all right? And when you capture them through a process, it could be a lead capture page, it could be a cell phone number, it could be any way of contacting them. What you actually want to do is not anything specific. This depends on the context. What you want to do is you want to get them to the next step, whatever that is. And this is the way that I look at selling. I look at selling as, number one, you've got a person that wants something. 2, you find out what it is. And then 3, you get them to the next step, right? Sometimes that next step is to buy a trial. Sometimes that next step is to come in at full price. Sometimes that next step is to buy an upgrade in the members area. Sometimes that next step is to get to the acceleration training. And sometimes that next step is to then get on the phone with one of our coaches. But what you're actually doing when you're selling is you're getting them to the next step. Sometimes that next step is to end the call and delete them from your database forever, right? You still sold them. You got them successfully to the next step, exactly where they should have been, right? Now, if you think like that, this is what you're really doing. What you're really doing is, and I'm going to just do this with you guys because this is more helpful in here in a minute. What you're actually doing is you're finding out what people need and want. You're finding out what resources they have. You're finding out how badly they want that thing, right? You're finding out if they're willing to trust your advice and to follow your recommendations. And then what you're doing is you're saying, okay, I want you guys to remember this. Here's what we're going to do next, right? Remember that phrase. Here's what we're going to do next, right? Here's what we're going to do next, right? So again, you're asking questions, you find out all the information that you need, you have a rapport, and then what do? Is you say, here's what we're going to do next, right? Does that make sense to everybody in here, right? I don't like saying, here's what I'd suggest that you do. I don't like saying, if you'd really want to someday, this is what you kind of sort of should do. I like saying, here's what here's what we're going to do next. What we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and get you enrolled, okay? And I've actually just shot you a link. Can you just open up your email and make sure that you got it, and that will go to the page that you're going to come in on. Tell me when it opens. Okay, it's open. There's a button. Go ahead and click that button. And tell me when that page loads. It should load a form. Great. What we're going to do next is fill out that form. Now, when we're filling out the form, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put the conversation on pause, because I found it generally distracts people a little bit from filling out forms if I'm talking, and I'd like you to just get it done quickly as possible. Because right after this, I'm going to show you what I want you to do next. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, go ahead and fill that out. Oh, and one question: how do you want your name spelled on your checks? John, Billy. Okay, John, Billy, write that in the first name, last name. Go ahead and fill the rest of that out, and I'll be back in just a minute, and then I'm going to show you exactly what to do when you get started. Mute, right? Now, that's like here's what to do next with somebody who's ready to get started, right? You get a new member in, there's a little bit of here's what you do next. Now, the reason I'm teaching this to you guys, it's the 80-20 principle, right? Is I can make everybody in here way better at email marketing, right? I know weird stuff about email marketing that you couldn't really have known unless you've sent a huge amount of email and had tons of data you could guess at, but you wouldn't really know. I know tons of stuff about email, right? Now I know more about email than I even want to know, right?
That's probably true.
No, it's way true, right? And I know how to get people into a front end. My goal is this, okay? I can teach you guys this, and here's my goal. You guys can go out from what I'm teaching today and literally within a week recruit 2 people a day part-time, right? 100% of you could do it. Now, you'd need a lead source, right, from good traffic, and then you would need to do this, which is the hiccup part. And if you do this and then you just send them into our sales system, okay, our coaching system, we're going to take that person and we're going to get them to the next level, right? And this will keep you free, understanding what you're supposed to be doing in your business and what's a waste of time, okay? Who in here has actually been through the team building formula? Like the team building formula, you've gone through that product, say yes in the comments. I think there's a little bit of a delay. So I'll write it.
Like 10 to 15 seconds.
And here has gone, I'll write it, has gone through the team building formula. You have, okay? We've got some people starting to speak up. Yep, you've got it. Okay, many times. Okay. I could sum up the whole philosophy of that product. Now, you still need to go through it, but I could sum it up by just saying everything that you do in this business should be selling. And therefore, if you're training, you're going to be selling at the same time, right? And if you're getting a new person started, you're helping them start by selling their group of people, right? And if you're helping them get started, you're helping them get started by helping sell their group of people. Basically, everything that you're doing is training and selling at the same time, and that never should stop, right? And anytime that you stop it, it takes a way more energy to get the momentum rolling again than it does to just continue to have it roll and to build more momentum, right? So you never want that process to stop. For example, when should we start promoting the next level mastermind? The proximate next level mastermind. There, my brain can say that, right? Today, right? Right during this one, right in tomorrow's email, all through this week, we should be promoting it and talking about this one, right? When we should start promoting the next one? Well, we should start promoting the next one next week on live on this one, right? If you guys are on here and your team's not on here, I'd be promoting this to your team and getting them on it, right? So every event is there to promote the next event, right? Every conversation is there to help the person get to the next step. You don't want to try to turn the caterpillar into a butterfly. Just help them get in the cocoon, right? And then leave it there as it's trying to escape out, even if it's making weird sounds. Because if you get it out, it'll fall down and die, right? Because the strength that it needs to fly is gained from beating its wings against the cocoon to escape, right? You just want to take people, find out where they're at, and get them to the next step, whatever that is. And for me, that takes the weirdness out of all of this, right? So Zach is setting up some lists here. So what I'm going to do, let me explain it. I'm going to explain a quick rapport process, okay? Now, I'm not going to do this the best with all of these, but I figured I'd just do it live, and you never know. This kind of thing can totally blow up in your face, right? But I don't actually mind if it blows up in my face, and that'll just make me seem more real, right? But I put some campaigns together earlier today, had some people submit some applications, and so here's what I'm going to do. It depends on how much time I wind up having to do this, right? I've got about 30 or 40 people that filled in an application on my list, meaning I can recruit them. And they requested a call tonight, okay? I don't know how many that is, but Zach's been loading that into our phone software. Also, we have new members that have joined today. And after I'm done with this list, I'm going to call through the new members that have joined today, okay? And my goal is going to be to connect with them and then to find out where they're at and what they've done and get them to the next step, which is actually the acceleration training, right? So again, I'm going to call people that are not in, okay? I'm going to call people that just got in today, right? If I have time, I'll do today and tomorrow. And then I'm also going to do probably some calls with some people that have just bought momentum or something like that, like new upgrades within the community, because I want you guys to see how to use this principle in a few different contexts because it's the easiest thing in the world. And I'm not joking. I wouldn't get very good results doing this from selling, but I can literally pick up the yellow pages and call anybody and start a conversation, right? Like, and they don't get mad, right? They usually say, who's this, like a minute and a half into the conversation, right? It's not hard at all to do. Now, I don't do that, of course, because that was me trying to help somebody. They're like, how do you cold call the yellow pages? I was like, I've never tried. And then I picked up the phone and I started calling like doctors and dentists and getting them to want information. They did want the information, but I'm sure that was to just get me off the phone. But in any case, does this help for you guys? So we'll see how we do, right? I've got some stuff that I've got some resources. Zach, are those resources set up yet, or do you need a few more minutes because I have a couple more things to check?
I've got the emails ready to go. They're all plugged away in there. And just so you know, there's going to be a separate disposition for a member and a prospect.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it in two separate ones, and then I'll pause in between.
Sweet. And then I have the DW apps list uploaded, and then I just got done uploading the one that that one segment you set up. The phone open tonight.
The phone. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So
yeah.
So guys, let me explain some of the things that I'm having him that I'm having him do, which I might not have time to do it, and then I'll get into it. But I want to do a little bit more training before I start, and then I'm gonna pause and explain some things as we're going through. You know, maybe we'll run into somebody rude, and it's fine. I'll just hang up on them. Like I don't actually even feel bad or anything. It's like I'll be on the phone and I'll just hit hang up and then start making another call. And I probably won't even remember the person's name. Well, I might not remember their name if I talked to them for a long time either, unless I saw them several times. That's some training I need to get into my brain. So that's not a fault of the other person, it's my fault, right? So in any case, right, want to explain a couple more things and teach you guys how to do things. And I literally believe that if you guys got the hang of this, that everyone here could literally get 20 or 30 leads a day and recruit 2 people a day, like at full price. Like I have no doubt you'd have the ability to do it. The problem with this is that it takes so much energy and effort to try to get the same results without doing these things, right? That therefore people don't have time to do these things. But if they did them, they don't need to do half this shit, right? So like little things that you could do, for example, like I have all these phone numbers in our database that we've collected in different forms and whatnot that are tied to my affiliate ID. So what I did is I just sent an email out to everybody that has opened at least 5 emails this week that has my affiliate ID. So I'd be their sponsor, right? And I emailed that. It had like a huge open rate, right, to get to this application because I just sent it like an hour ago and I've had like 40 applications on it, right? It's had like a 30% open rate, like real fast, right? But then what I do is I can do things like, you can do things like, for example, the people that click on an email, if you segment off people who click on an email, I'm telling you, people who just click on stuff are very responsive to new offers that you send their way, okay? And so I segmented out members. There might be some inactive members in here, I'm not sure. But the actual members, there's not. So Zach, what we'll do is you just interrupt me whenever it's ready to go, and I'm gonna do one more bit of training, and then I'm just gonna pop in and start doing it.
Cool, sounds good, man.
Cool. So, okay, back to the concept, right? You've got, I'm trying to figure out the best way to space this out with my hands. This kind of thing is Will's good at. I just move them everywhere with me and draw in very fine boxes. All right, you've got where you want to go with somebody, and you're here, right? See, really where I want to go with somebody is where they want, right? And if me and the person is here, and I'm trying to bring them over here, well, the first thing I want to do is I want to find out if they want to go there, right? I want to find out if they want to go there with me, right? I want to find out what they're willing to do to go there. I want to find out that they're willing to invest their resources to go there. I really particularly don't care if people have money or not. We've put that as a focus in the coaching process because a coach that is more sales oriented needs people who have resources to get on the phone, and we get the other ones on the phone with customer service, right? That makes sense. So for me, it's not very important. It's important that they do have some resources, right? They're willing to listen, and they're willing to stay consistent and follow through on the promises, right? And that I like them. That's important. And I like I pretty much like everyone, and it takes like a massive violation of my brain to not like somebody anymore. Actually, so that one's easy for me because I pretty much like everybody, right? But basically, once I connect in that relationship, really, it's like, hey, do you want to go over there? Right? Yes. Okay, here's what we're going to do next. We're going to walk over there. Okay, great. Well, do I need shoes? I don't know. Do you need shoes? Yeah, I think I need my shoes. Well, why don't you grab your shoes and then let's walk over there? Okay. There's not really objections that people come up with that for them getting what they want, right? So let me go through a formula for talking to leads. And I use this formula for about any action, okay? And I should write this down. It's in the top producer formula. Those of you who are in the Six Figure Builder Club, you have access to this. But these questions, okay, running through these questions with people, right? And this sequence works really well, okay, as long as somebody is warmed up, at least. It still works if they're not. It's just that you have to spend way more time on the rapport end. For example, if somebody doesn't know who you are at all, or they don't know why you're calling, you need to spend way more time on the rapport end, and you're going to go through much more rejection, right? That's what a good filtration process does. And so with this, though, right, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to be ultra friendly, off guarding a little bit, okay? And then I'm going to find out right into how I can help somebody, right? And what I learned is, so Will's here. We'll do some role playing.
Yeah, sure.
I want to do role playing, and this would be actually really helpful.
My little please may I enter your bank chair here.
Yeah. That does look kind of weird. He's kneeling. He's kneeling.
I'm actually kneeling and just hoping that he'll let me in.
Yeah. So let's say I'm connecting with Will. Let's say Will filled out an application. Yeah, so you could just set this stuff up and call people. And you can do it in Kalatu Cloud. You just set up an application and email it out. And when people fill it out, right, you just call them, right? Like, for example, let me give you an example of something you do. You send out a daily shortcut. People open it. Then later in the day, you email out and you say, hey, I'd like to have a conversation with you and find out how I can help you hit your goals. Could you tell me a little bit about what they are? And just send them to a form, gather the info, and just call them and run through this process, right? So the first thing is, when you're calling people, you don't want to be the over enthusiastic, I work at a corporation voice. And what do I mean by that, right? I mean, hey, how's it going? This is Dave Wood with Empower Network, and I'm really excited to talk to you today. Right? Now, that people, they'd still be impressed we call them because it's the internet, right? But it's not gonna, it's gonna be off guarding from rapport, right? It's gonna push people off rapport. I explained this exactly the other week. This is actually the way that you wanna talk to them, like the way that you talk to your girlfriend, right? Not the sexy things you say, but like, or your boyfriend or your spouse, right? Or your kids when they're nice, right? Not the way when they're not nice, right? Hey, Yeah. So an example of that would be like, and this is the best way to enter into calling people, and it is not what most people do, but I've done this a lot, and this is how I call people out of the yellow pages, but I don't suggest you do that because it's not very smart. I was just trying it to see if it worked. But I call people up, ring, ring.
Hey, how you doing?
Will?
Yeah. Who's this?
Will, it's Dave. I just got your application and I wanted to call and say hello.
Oh, hello.
See what I'm saying? Now here's what happened to Will, right? He goes, yeah, right? And his brain is thinking, who is this, right? And I don't like say, hey, is this William Wood in Brigham City, Utah, right? Does that make sense to everybody on here? So once again, pick up the phone.
Hello?
Will?
Yeah.
Will, it's Dave Wood.
Oh.
I just got your application. I wanted to give you a call and find out how can I help you.
Well, what I'm really wanting to do is I'm wanting to make a couple extra $1,000 a month. And man, I'm surprised you actually called me.
Doesn't happen that often. This is one of the few. Actually, didn't have a cell phone for a long time. But you want to make a couple thousand a month.
Yeah, I want to make a couple thousand a month.
See, so off guard, right? Now, how much different is somebody going to respond to that from if I say, ring, do it again?
Hello?
Hi, may I please speak with William Wood?
Click.
yeah. Automatic escape hatch mode. Yeah. So it's like automatic escape hatch, right? So it's like you're not trying to think like, hello, how are you? My name is David. I'm from Empower Network, right? That's not gonna work very well, right? It's more like, hey, how you doing?
Hey, doing good, man.
Awesome. I was just taking a look over your application and wanted to call and just ask you, how can I help you?
Oh, man. Yeah, I want to make an extra $1,000 a month.
You want to make $1,000 a month. Now, would this be part-time or would this be full-time?
Part-time. Yeah, I mean, eventually maybe full-time, but right now I just want to kind of see if I can get the ball rolling.
And when you say part-time, how many hours in the day or the night do you have to dedicate towards making it?
Depends on the night, but most nights I can do like, somewhere between like an hour and 3 hours.
You can do like an hour and 3 hours. And what is it that's driving you to do this? I mean, why do you want to make another $1,000 a month?
Braces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well,
Your teeth? Like you want to fix your teeth?
Not my teeth, but like I got like 15 kids, and so
Now you just started.
yeah, I'm just starting out.
How old's your youngest?
Youngest, this is a true story. Youngest is 4 months.
You're amazing, Will. I'm only laughing because he's my brother.
Yeah. And it's not really
cycle.
It's not really 15 kids. It's actually 6. But I mean, we're rounding. We're rounding.
6, 20, 14. I've got lost.
Yeah. My oldest is in college, and my youngest is in diapers.
So your oldest is in college, and should she at BYU?
Yeah.
Where's she
She's
at?
at BYU.
What's she studying?
Theater.
Theater.
Yeah.
So between paying for whatever she needs for school,
right,
and also paying for whatever you need to make some extra money.
I want to make some extra money. I figure I could put in a couple hours a night on average, 10, 15 hours a week, and I can make an extra $1,000 to be worth my time.
Okay. So $1,000 you'd need to do. You'd have a couple hours in the night. So over the week, that would look like a couple hours each night, or would you be more focused into one time during the week?
I'd probably have like 2 nights I could do like a big block, like 4 hours, and then most nights I could do 1 to 2 or something like that.
Okay. And have you ever done anything like this before? Like started a business online, started a business from home?
Yeah, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've set up a bunch of businesses.
So you've been in Amway too.
Want some soap?
Do you know the secret handshake?
I seem to remember teaching you the secret handshake, but
we can't tell you because it's a secret. So you're looking for something new. What attracted you to this? Like, why specifically did you respond and put in your information?
Well, I've been following your content for a while, and your content looks really good. I mean, I'm impressed. I figure if your free stuff's that good, the stuff you're setting up must be good. So,
do you follow content a lot? Do you read?
Oh yeah, I'm a reader, a big personal development guy, into personal development all the time, and I follow some of the, I guess, the more known gurus, on the internet.
Yeah. Who are some of them you follow?
I really like Brendan Burchard's stuff. Yeah, like a lot.
Yeah.
And I have I've been through a bunch of like Jeff Walker's stuff and Frank Kern's stuff, and I've just kind of, I don't know that I've ever really done much with either of their stuff, but like I like everybody's stuff, if they got a good message. But Burchard is the one that I probably resonate with the most.
Right. What is it about it specifically with him that makes you resonate with that kind of content? I like his content too.
Yeah, well, I think that he's really practical with his content, and he's also really, he's got really good energy, especially like live. He's got, great energy.
He does. He comes across great in videos too.
Yeah,
I like his videos.
Yeah.
So he's got great.
He looks like he's like 13 in videos, you know. But
I think he is 13.
I think he is 13. Yeah.
But don't tell anybody that, because I don't think he'd be allowed to have all those businesses. And his dad might find out.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, folks! I got the leads are imported. Everything is set up, Dave, and I think you are good to go.
Okay, cool. So I will go. Let me go and let me finish this off very quickly, and then we'll just do it so that I could paint the steps. And then, guys, as I go through tonight, I don't even know, they could all respond negatively, but we'll break stuff down.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll just go honestly until
the leads are gone.
Either you get sick of it, I get sick of it, or the leads are through and I don't feel like calling them again. But maybe I'll just call them again and continue to call.
That's not a good idea.
All right,
it's actually a really bad idea.
So really short, right? I'm looking to do a few things, right? Number one, I'm looking to come across as like friendly, right? As somebody that has similar interests, which most of the time I will have similar interests that are real. And I don't like to fake things. So
even within the role play, I'm not faking. I mean, that's
if like you talk to somebody and it's like, so what kind of music do you like? They're like, death metal. I'm like, all right, what do you like to do for fun? I like to throw rocks at stuff. You know? I mean,
I threw rocks at things once.
Yeah. Yeah. I could probably relate with that. Like a river? No, animals.
Puppy.
Like, okay. All right, maybe it's not my kind of thing. But in any case, okay, so where am I at now? Rapport, find out what he wants a little bit. Now, if I could, I'd go deeper on this. It depends on what it is, though, right? If I'm doing like $1,000 sales call, see, keep in mind this rapport stage is early too, especially if it's something like this. If it's a non-buyer, okay? If the rapport stage is earlier, right, and the decision is smaller, I might spend less time, right? Okay, because number one, I just want to get introduced to the person to build more rapport later, and because I'm not trying to leap over the Grand Canyon, right? If that makes sense. So like for me, this is nearly enough, right? So I would follow this up, a couple questions, okay, and then we'll just get started. I'd go, so it sounds like you're pretty serious about making $1,000 part-time.
Yeah, I'm going to do it one way or the other.
Yeah.
I mean, the orthodontist is going to come chasing me.
Yeah. And you don't want them chasing you and taking your teeth out. But one way or the other, you're going to do it. And so if I give you a plan to where you can take the couple hours a night that you have,
sure,
and the resources that you have, are you willing to follow instructions and to do what I teach you to do in order to make that money?
Sure.
Okay, great. And what is your financial resources for getting your business started immediately right now, but then also to maintain on a monthly basis for education, for tools, for all the things that you're going to need to do to build your business?
Yeah, I got a couple $1,000s right now, and I could probably come up with like $500-600 a month, ongoing.
Okay, so you've got a couple $1,000s now,
sure,
and $500 or $600 a month ongoing. Now the goal is obviously going to be to get you into profit, right?
Yeah, I think I've set up businesses before, and now I got to spend a little bit to get things set up. So
awesome. Well, one more question. This is important to me because I'm always going to be honest with you and tell you things that I believe are in your best interest, best of my ability. I'm a human being, but it's my best ability. If I do my best with you, will you turn that back around and do your best with me? In other words, if you say you're going to do something, just do it. If you say you're going to be somewhere, just be there.
Sure.
Yeah, you'll do it.
It seems reasonable.
Great. Well, welcome aboard, Will. What we're going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and shoot you this link. There's a page that I want you to open up.
Okay.
And I've actually just shot it to you at the email that I have. Can you go ahead and open that up? Click. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Right. So this is where people get wonky. Right. You could get into psychology why they get wonky. But they get wonky and they're like, okay, I sent you the link. See you later. Right? Or they're like, after the call, I'm going to send you a link, and you can decide to fill it out or not. You choose.
You probably don't even want to fill this out.
Yeah.
Actually, here's what I would recommend without going on and on about it. Any point during this whole process, this would also be true. Like if you're putting it off, you need to study the thoughts that are coming up. And if you don't know what the thoughts are, you can study the emotions. So like, if you go down and you're getting ready to pick up the phone, even with an application, you start to get like a pressure in your chest. You want to actually I would recommend you keep a little journal where you jot that down. and then you do some of the work that we've done in earlier things, whether you do tapping or whether you do some, yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Use the restroom.
Yeah, go use the restroom. Just make sure you shut the door. Otherwise, we'll hear you.
No, I'm gonna put a speakerphone.
But you want to study out your responses, because let's say that you get to the part about money. This is a really common one, at least for the people that I've coached, where they get to the point of asking for money, or they go, how much is it, or what's the next step, and then you just like lock up right there. That's a place where if you do lock up, that's not bad, but you want to study out your response, and then you want to work on, you know, whether it's, again, tapping or Ho'oponopono or any of the other techniques that you might know. You know, some of you I know are Sedona method practitioners. Some of you are NLP practitioners. Some of you maybe have, you know, some kind of, you know, like a BEST certification, or, you know, some other technique that works really well for you, or even just doing affirmations or whatever. But you want to study the negative thought and the negative emotion, the body sensations that come up, and then you want to work on releasing those, because the more you do that, the easier it's going to get. Also, you don't have to wait until you're all the way through it to get it done. You can definitely get started. I'm a big believer that you don't have to wait until life is perfect and your psychology is perfect to get started. I actually recommend you get started, and then as you note that fears come up, as you note that sabotage cycles come up, study it, release the thoughts, release the release the negative emotions, release the body sensations using whatever technique works for you. There's literally thousands that work, so find one that works, and then do it again, and then you study your responses again, and you do that until you can do it and there's no negative response. And I'm especially talking to a lot of you here that like to put things off forever or wait until things are perfect. Don't. Just get her done. Take that first step. It's a huge thing. So
I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Whoa. Hello. All right, so I'm gonna call. We'll see how many we get through, guys. And I'll just keep doing this. I know I got started a little bit late, but I had to get the things set up for this. And so basically, let me tell you guys what I did, okay? And then I'm gonna go into. Hold on a second here.
Let's pop over to comments real quick.
Yeah. Let's go over to comments.
And I want to see if you guys have any questions before we get started, or any comments.
Oh, I'm gonna go into the.
If you got questions or comments, post them down below while Dave's getting set up.
Yeah. So I gotta do this from my cell phone. So basically, guys, the audio here is not going to be totally perfect. I'm going to have my conversations going to be happening here on a cell phone, and I'll have it next to a speaker. Okay.
Barbara, yes, I do teach NLP. Absolutely.
Yeah, Will teaches. I mean, you teach all over the world.
All over the world. I mean, that's actually like what I do, right? I spend a fair amount of my day either training NLP or training a technique that I've created, or maybe training tapping, or coaching people one-on-one. That's actually what I spend like 10. It depends on the day, but like 10 hours a day doing. Yeah.
He's really good, by the way, like the best. You guys really do have the best here. And so check this out. So
are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Yep, I'm showing the screen. So guys, what I did, let me explain what you're looking at here real quick. This is a segment that I set up in our list software. And this is stuff that we use to manage huge amounts of email, right? Not something you need when you're starting, but you can do a lot of this stuff in Kalatu Cloud. Depending on the business that you're building, you may be even using a different autoresponder. But basically, I'm just creating a list segment from people that are taking action. So this is a segment that only has people that have opened at least 5 emails in the last week, okay? Meaning they open a lot. They're not an active member. They could have been a member in the past. I didn't exclude those. They're not an active member. And it has my affiliate ID attached. So what I did was I sent an email about 3 hours ago, okay? And I've got so far 43% open rate, but really unique opens 37%, which is high, but because I only emailed it to people that open emails a lot, right? And what I sent them was a special message, and I said, hey, here's an opportunity to work with me, and I'm actually be calling through these people tonight, and it went out to a page. You can actually set this up in Kalatu Cloud. I set it up in our enterprise software. But I basically just put a video above an application. It says apply to work with David Wood. I asked them some questions, and so far in response to that, I have had here, I'll show you, and then I'm just gonna like log in and start these calls. But I want you guys to understand how I'm doing this too. And there's one more thing I want you to understand real quick. Let's see, I think it is. Okay, so this is the one, right? And so this has had 35 applications submitted on that page. So what I've done is I've uploaded these 35 applications into a phone system so I could more efficiently call them. And that's what Zach was working on getting set up, because I'm working on setting up phone systems to get everybody in the company more efficient. So let's call some of them and see what happens, right? We'll never know. All right, I'm gonna shut my screenshot off, because some of this stuff can't have people having more to screen off. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Just give me a second, guys. Just going in. So, Will, if you feel like talking or anything while I'm looking for this.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that the main thing that I want to say is that when you're out taking action steps towards a goal, I recommend that you focus in on what you want. Step 1, right? Define it, get really clear, make sure you understand what you want. Step 2, define your why. Why would you want to be doing what Dave's going to be showing you how to do? Why would you want to be beefing up your sales skills? Step 3, chunk it down. That means shrink the goal down until it's something that you can accomplish in the next 24 hours, or even before you can go to bed, right? So like even after you're getting off the call tonight, some of you it's first thing in the morning, like you're over in Europe. For some of you, you might be up for another hour or two. You want to chunk your goal down to the very next thing that you can do before you go to bed, and then take that action step forward. And then again, as you're taking your action step, study your psychology, notice what it is that's coming up for you, that's good or bad, meaning wanted or unwanted response as you take that next step forward. If you find some stuff coming up that's good, you might want to jot that down. Hey, here's some things that I can use. This really motivated me. This really got me going. If you have something in your psychology come up that is taking you off track, you want to study that too. And so I recommend your own journal just for that stuff. And then you set that up, or you track it down, study out the response, study out what the thought was, study out what the emotion was, study out what the body sensation is. And then from there, start working on changing those unwanted responses. And if you do that, taking your daily action steps becomes easier and easier and easier to do. So it looks like you're about ready, babe.
Yeah, I'm just going to enter in a PIN code. And then, you ever use something like this?
No, never used a phone burner. Do it the old-fashioned way.
Followed by the pound key. Please wait while I look up your account.
I'm really just about being schemy and efficient.
Start button on your screen. Your dial session will begin.
See, guys, I like doing this because there's different ways of doing this. If I had like 10 leads, I would never do something like this. But like I can get through them like 4 times faster. So,
right.
Like you'll see what I'm talking about. So you'll be able to hear. Hold on. Did you guys hear when the computer was talking? I mean, just get feedback here real quick. I think you could probably hear it in the microphone.
I know I heard it on my end pretty clearly.
You heard it on your end? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Does the volume go any louder on the phone?
No.
No.
I can hold it a little closer.
Yeah, that'd probably be handy.
Yeah, hold on a second. Where's that screen? Hold on a second here. Oh, I swear I'm not avoiding this.
Do we need to
put the screen? Huh? Do we need to do what?
Like warn people that they're on the phone?
No. We just break the laws here.
I think that we should probably warn people that we're recording for quality control or something like that pretty early on.
Well, I'm just gonna tell them it's the truth. Facebook Live right on my wall. Everybody knows that secret now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm joking. Okay. Hold on. So.
Hello?
Hello, Marjorie.
Yes,
Marjorie, it's Dave Wood. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing incredible. I just saw that you had submitted your information in over to me, and wanted to give you a call and see what I can do to help you.
I'm watching you on the web, and I'm going to shut it down because I'm getting.
You're on. Ron, you got around my filter trying to filter out people that were members in this.
I have been part of IPAS and then moved into Empower Network a while ago.
Okay, so you've been in Empower for a long time. What can I do for you, Marjorie? Like, what specifically, if we could accomplish in a very short conversation, what would you want to have happen in this conversation that if we could make a change, it would change everything in your business?
Well, one of the things, the only thing right now that's holding me back is me, primarily because I've never had to, in my lifetime, connect with leads. And, you know, as typical, I've gone through the various spots on the web and not been able to come up with a good answer. The ones that I've connected to, I put in $200 to and got nothing back. And then, you know, I just want a really good, reputable service that I can go to and then begin.
You're saying that your problem is that you don't have leads, or you're looking for a place to get leads and you don't. What's going on exactly?
Something that's credible. Something that's credible as far as leads are concerned, because there's all kinds of gimmicky stuff on the web, and I don't know enough about that part to be able to go forward. And I want to connect and get people going.
Right, right. Well, if you want to connect and you want to get people going, it's going to be a much better use of your time if you focus on learning how to get a few quality leads yourself than trying to find a place where you can get them from somebody else, because the only lead brokers that I know all sell crap leads. And it's not a question of like whether or not like one is better than the other. They all suck.
Okay.
I may have just saved you a lot of money.
Pardon me?
I said I may have just saved you a lot of money.
You probably did. What do you think about me doing it through attraction marketing, like developing something that I'm highly interested in, using my blog to go out there and talk to people? I've been doing it on Facebook with your shortcut and getting 75 people or more to the site who read it, but there's no email and there's no way to go back through to connect with them.
So you're getting,
because there are no names.
So you're getting people who visit the site, but then after they visit the site, you're not getting leads.
There's nothing there that you know how people can share and they can connect and leave comments and stuff like that. There are no comments, there's no sharing, but they are a lot. I started off with about 20, the very first one of the shortcut that I did, and now it's up over 75 per time.
Okay, so you're getting about 75 people seeing it per time. No, you're doing well. You're doing well. You know, one of the things I found, Marjorie, and I'm going to keep this short because tonight I wanted to focus on calling prospects, and I might just run into lots of members that snuck their way in here, which is fine, by the way, because I love the members. And I was going to call them later too. Yeah, I know. You got the link, which means my filters didn't work. Sometimes I hit the wrong button and things. There's hope. But no, let's talk about this here for a second, because if I could help you redirect your energy here in this, what I really want to do is I want to get you to the next step. Talk to me about how long have you been inside of Empower Network?
Probably over a year and a half.
So you've been in for a year and a half, and right now, do you have all the products that Empower Network offers?
Yes.
Okay, and specifically,
I was a Black Card member of iPass and moved to Empower because the stuff that was happening on iPass wasn't working for me, and so I just came in and became an affiliate and found all of the blogging and stuff like that very, very easy to use. I still have blogs that people are reading from Valentine's Day last year as a result of it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Blogging consistently works over a long period of time. Here's what I'm going to do right now, Marjorie. Will, can you remind me to brain? I'm just talking to my brother here real quick. Can you remind me? I want to brainstorm this with you a little bit later when we're talking about the daily shortcut stuff.
Sure.
We'll talk about that anyway.
Yep.
What I want to do is a couple of things, but the first thing is, we're going to brainstorm, because we want to make sure that if you're doing the daily shortcuts, you're actually getting results. That's the purpose of it, not just to kind of put like a Band-Aid over the time that you're spending. And so I would like actually to get some feedback from that. And so is it okay if I give, if I have you reached out to this email address to gather some more information about what you've been doing?
Absolutely.
And are you going to be, are you at this event, or are you going to be tuned into the live stream?
I'm hoping to get into the live stream, yeah. But I've actually not even thought about. I didn't think we were that close to it.
Yes, it's coming up this weekend.
I will go on to it because I want to be able to see what you guys are presenting it to.
Well, yeah. If you go in, you have the VIP product.
I do, yeah.
Okay, if you have the VIP product,
She'll have a live stream ticket.
yeah, you'll have a live stream ticket. And so we'll be emailing that out a little bit later in the week, but I just want to make sure you tune in, because this weekend we're going to be teaching some things that are related specifically to how to get results on social media.
Thursday we'll be emailing that link out.
Yeah, so Thursday we'll be emailing that link out. Will you watch that, and then just make sure to pay attention to those modules, specifically the ones that are about social media marketing?
Certainly.
Okay, great. We'll be getting a schedule out. It's very well planned. That should help you, because what you're doing is good, but we can help take it to the next level and help make it work for you, which is the important thing. Is that okay?
Thank you.
So
I really appreciate that.
you're going to want to make sure that you're on all day Saturday, especially. So Sunday too, but because Sunday has some awesome content. But all day Saturday, all day Sunday, we have content. It's not even good content. It's content that you would pay $1,000 or $1,500 for.
No.
Yeah, it's really, really well organized.
Well, Marjorie, I appreciate you. I'm going to jump to the next call here, so you can turn back on your computer. And because the goal of this was to call prospects, and you're already in. But thank you for being in, and thank you for being awesome. And we're here to serve you. So let's get some feedback from her, Will, and then.
Okay. Yep, Marjorie, respond to the email. Give us your email address. Or we got it?
Yeah, it's right there if you want to copy it down.
All right, perfect.
I can take a screenshot of it here. That's why I actually not sharing my screen, because I got people's personal info here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got a photo of that, Marjorie. I'll shoot that to Will. We'll reach out, and then just tune in and make sure that if you have any team, they're tuned in this weekend. It'll really help you have a breakthrough that you're looking for.
Cool. Thank you so very much. Have a
Thank
great
you.
weekend.
You too. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next call here, folks. Let's see. I'll just say continue with no email sent. There.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
David Wood. Sometimes I need to pay attention to filters a little bit more.
Great.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Convenient, right? It's like the coolest thing ever, honestly. It's like an unimaginable time saver. Hopefully, at least some people think that.
Hello?
Michael? Michael, it's Dave Wood. How you doing? Hello, can you hear me? I think that this got cut off. Hold on a second. Hello? I recon. Oh, yeah. might have hung up. I actually think that was the next one.
Hey, hello?
Yeah, is it Michael?
Yes, this is.
Michael, it's Dave Wood. How you doing?
Hey, good.
Awesome, man. Well,
How's it going?
oh, dude, going awesome. I don't even know if going awesome is the way to say that, but I just got out here to Atlanta. We're doing our event this weekend, so about to rock it out. But what about you, man? I just got I sent that email out earlier today, later in the day, and saw that you'd responded, and I just wanted to reach out and connect with you. How can I help you?
Oh, cool. Well, let's see. I don't know. Kind of looking for a change this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just kind of looking for like a new career, like a new start.
What do you do right now? You say you're looking for a new career. What's your current one?
Current one. Actually, not much. I live in Denver, and I just drive for like Uber and Lyft and like taxis down here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you drive for like Uber and taxi. That's like pretty good consistent work, but it's hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, it's consistent, and just some like that kind of work too.
So what's making you look for something different? Like, what was it that spurred you to look us up, to fill in the application? Like, why'd you respond?
I don't know. I'm looking for like a career change for a long time now, and don't get your emails, and they always come on up, and I've just been kind of interested in it.
Awesome. And so you've been looking for a change. Let's talk about that just a little bit. And you've been getting my emails, but you've been looking for a change. Like, what specifically are you looking to change? Are you looking to make more money? Are you trying to just have more time, better lifestyle? Like, what exactly is it that you want?
You got all the above. Make better income, more consistent income, get a career so I can support a family someday. So I can go out and travel to the world. All sorts of stuff.
So you said you want to support a family someday. You don't have family now? You don't have kids, spouse, anything like that?
No, single.
Okay. How old are you, Mike?
I am 31.
Okay, cool. I'm 35. So I think by the time I think at 31, I just moved out to Costa Rica, I believe. So Colorado's a fun place, though. I don't go out there that much. Here's what I want to ask you, okay? Because I'd like to get a little bit more specific, and let me frame this a little bit, and then I'm going to ask you some more questions, and then based on that, we'll just see what direction we can go next. What I'm really looking to do is I'm really looking to take a group of people that, like I said in my email, it doesn't matter to me how much money you've got, just that you're honest about it. And it doesn't matter if you have lots of experience. I find actually a lot of the best marketers and networkers in the world have no experience because they're just willing to listen. And I'm looking to form an inner circle group this year of about 500 new people. It'll be that's big, right? But that'll take me a whole year to do and to identify all those people that I can help make a stable six-figure income online to create the lifestyle that they want. And to do that, I've got to connect with people who really want something. And so what I'm trying to get at here is that what are you really motivated about here? Is it lifestyle? Are you just interested in it? Is it just doing something new? Like, what really motivates you?
Well, yeah, just the whole lifestyle. I feel like I'm a little behind in life right now. Like all my other friends are getting married and have real careers and such like that, and I'm just a little behind in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just looking to like jumpstart it all, I guess. Find something fun that I like to do.
And what is it that you've liked about what you've seen us do?
Like just selling and marketing, and you can work online wherever you want, and the connections with people and how you change people's lives, and the learning experience of it all.
And if you were going to be a part of our organization and work with us, how much time on a weekly basis would you be willing to dedicate towards creating a better lifestyle, transforming lives, making better income, and catching up in life, with putting yourself in a good position? Like how many hours a day could you dedicate, and how many hours a week could you dedicate to actually doing work?
Right now, actually, all of it. I'm like totally free right now, so got a lot of time to dedicate it to.
Yeah, are you not working?
Yeah, I work right now, but it's just like part-time, kind of nights, just when I choose to.
Well, I want to get out of vague though, because I can't really help something that's not clear. And what I mean by that is I actually want to talk about how much time you're willing to dedicate on a consistent basis, because if you can't, usually what happens if people don't do that is they're really nebulous with their time, meaning that they don't really ever work, or sometimes they work a lot, but they can't really report it. Like, what hours during the day is it? So it's more early in the day, but how many hours where you could sit and you could actually do work, whether it's creating marketing materials, going through education, creating an audience on social media, running advertising campaigns, connecting with people. How many hours do you have where you could do that without being interrupted every day?
I could say up to 5.
So you can do it up to 5 per day.
Per day.
Okay, so on a weekly basis then, how many would that be? You're talking 20 hours, 30 hours a week?
Yeah, 20, 30 hours a week.
Okay, and what's your experience like in building online businesses or businesses from home? Have you joined any? Have you tried any? Have you wanted to join something and not done it? What's your background here?
Yeah, no background experience in that. Most of my background is just in like basic like customer service jobs, but I'm willing to learn it.
Okay, so you'd like to learn it. You've had some customer service, which means you're good with people. That's good, and you just want to change. So, Michael, let's do this because I don't want to fit you into a box, and I also want you to be comfortable with this process here. I actually don't normally sit here calling through people, and I wanted to reach out tonight and also kind of get a feel on this and see what I could do and if we could connect. I'm not actually sure if this is right for you or not, but here's actually what I'm going to recommend that we do now. Let me ask you a couple more questions, and then I'm going to tell you what to do. There's some orientation training that I want you to go through, and then I'm going to have you connect into our team, okay? And I want you to go through that process, and in that, this is actually what I'm specifically looking for. I'm looking for a certain decision that you are going to do it or not, right? And whether or not you do is fine. All right, but I'm looking for, once a certain point in the process is reached, you're for sure going to do this, because for me, I got involved in online marketing back in 2009. I'm feeling old, right? But I took it totally seriously, and because I did that, I had a breakthrough week. I actually made more in a week than I had ever made in like 3 or 4 or 5 months. It was like 20 grand in a week, 30 grand in a month. My third weekend from being homeless and then living at my parents' house, right? And so what I know is big breakthroughs are possible if you're committed. But I also want to hear that commitment. And so let me ask you a couple more questions. What is your financial resources for actually getting started in your business on an immediate basis, and then also on an ongoing monthly basis? Like how much money do you have to start your business right now, and then to invest in education, tools, marketing on a monthly basis?
I mean, right now funds are kind of tight. I'm actually living at home too, in my parents' basement. I've got like $1,500 saved up, but that's probably about it.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, because this and this is why. All right, I believe in people, Michael. I actually believe that you could learn to do this. I can also tell you're not totally sure that you want to do it, right? And that you're kind of looking at it and you're in that phase. And I'm not here to try to get you over that phase. Does that make sense? So here's what we're going to do next. Yeah. Well, so here's what I'm going to do. Okay. There's a couple of steps that I'm going to take with you. Okay. I'm not going to ask you to spend $1,500 right now because I don't need the money and you don't know if you want to do it yet. Right. And that makes no sense. But I am going to go ahead and get you started. Okay. I'm going to bring you in because what we're going to do next is I'm going to have you go through our orientation training, which is called the acceleration training after you get started. And in the process of going through that, you're going to get oriented into exactly how our business builds, what you do every day, okay? And you're going to be connected with by one of our customer service team, okay? Now, I want you to learn what we do, okay? Go through that process, and then by the end of it, just let me know, are you going to be in, and are you really going to build or not? And if you really want to build, and run with me. I've helped hundreds of people make over 6 figures online, right? 15 over a million, a lot. And I know how to do it, right? But I can't help somebody who's not in the space. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So here, let me do this. I'm going to shoot you. Are you in front of a computer right now?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to shoot you an email. Hold on a second here. I got to find that email. Just give me a sec.
Okay.
All right. All right, I've got your email here, and I'm going to shoot you an email with, all right. All right. All right. Hold on a second here.
All right.
Did you tell me if you get it? I just shot it off. Tell me if you get the email.
Yeah, I just got it.
Okay, there's a button. It opens up a video, and right below that button, if you just go ahead and click that button.
Okay.
All right, what I want you to do, there's an order form here. I want you to go ahead and just fill that out. Okay. This is going to get you started in a trial, and the reason I'm actually putting you in a trial is because I can tell you're not sure yourself, and that's fine. But I want you to fill that out, and then right after that, I'm going to lead you to the place in the back office to get started in your orientation training and tell you what to do next. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's all right.
Cool, cool. Hey man, I'm gonna be right back. You think you could have that filled out in like 30 seconds or a minute?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it and try to pull it out here.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna be back here in a minute, and I'm just gonna put you on mute. I gotta run and grab something here real quick, and then once you're finished and your order's submitted, I'm gonna show you in the back office exactly what to do and what you need to go through. That cool?
Yeah, sure.
All right, man. I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
You need it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would let him know that you're recording. That would be great.
Oh yeah. I forgot to do that.
I know you're not used to that. So just say at some point, like, hey, I record all my
Oh,
calls.
I used to do that.
for
Yeah,
quality
yeah.
training.
Yeah. So guys, now that's a little bit different, and here's why. If you listen to that, probably he's filling it out. Okay. I'll see you in a minute when I come back. I'm not gonna hard sell somebody that ain't sure of what they want. Does that make sense to everybody? So like, that's not a connection problem. It's not like I didn't build rapport good enough problem. He's not totally sure of himself, right? And if someone's not sure of themselves, I'm going to have them get started at a trial, tell them how to cancel, right? And go through the acceleration training because he needs more rapport time, which is fine because he's got money to get started, right? But that's my process. And so like if I get somebody with a different energy, I'll lead them right in and bring them in at $1,000, right? Does that make sense to everybody in here? Hold on just a second. Honestly, this is the easiest thing in the whole world. He might hang up too. You never know. Hello, Michael. See if he's still on. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, man? Cool, cool. Did you get that order filled out? No worries. I just want to make sure that you know the exact steps to take. That's going to be for 14 days, and specifically, we actually have a full price entry point. I specifically am putting you into the trial because when we're talking, I can tell you're not sure of what you want, and I want you to have an easy out, right? And now here, and this is another thing that I'm going to make clear with you. So with this, you can get in our community, right? And I'm going to point you towards the direction. You can experience what we have, and if you don't want to do it, just cancel it, and you'll not be billed again. Right? But really what I'm looking for is in that process, are you going to decide to do it or not? Right? Because if you decide to do it, that's what I'm looking to work with. And then you can just let me know. You can contact me in the back office through support. I'll give you an email here in a minute. You can shoot me an email at, and I'm willing to work with you if you're willing to work and you're willing to listen and you're willing to run. So anytime you want when you're in the back office, I'll even show you exactly where the cancel button is if you'd like. Yeah, $7.
97.
Yeah, $7 now. 14 days, it'll be 97 a month after that. And there's some specific assignments of stuff I actually want you to look at. Huh?
You can cancel anytime after the 14th.
Yeah. You can cancel.
14-day trial.
You can cancel anytime you want. 5 minutes from now, you can cancel. I'm fine.
All right, I'll go for it for a little bit.
Just tell me what pops up after your order. I want to make sure to get you to the right screen to orient you to what to do next. Oh, and just so you know, I do record my calls for quality checks, for training purposes. I forgot to mention that to you. I just want to make you aware of it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, hold on a sec. Just tell me when you're in the members area. I'll be back in just about 20 seconds here. I'm gonna put you on hold.
Okay.
See, so guys, those of you who are watching this, you see the point there, like for me, I know he wants to try it out. I'm fine. I'll let him, right? But I'm gonna bring him in on trial, letting him know to cancel, right? Because he's either gonna change that energy and make a decision, or he's just gonna quit. I'd just rather have him easy out. But he just came in, I think. Just got me. All right, I'm back.
Alrighty, I'm in the members area.
Awesome. You'll see, are you on the acceleration training page, or do you see the link in the top of the screen that says acceleration training? It should have, when you're on the page, it's an introduction. There's 9 videos.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So this is going to take you right around about an hour, okay? And here's exactly what I want you to do next, okay? And this is going to be really important because what I really want you to do is to make a decision on if you're going to do this and put your heart into it, or if you're not going to do it fast, like in the next 24 hours. Not because you have to, but because it's better for you. It's actually better for you to just say, I'm not going to do this, than to sit around wondering about it for a long time. It's going to save you time. It's going to save you money. It's also much better for you if you just decide, I'm going to do this, and then get the whole trial thing out of your brain. Because in a middle ground, you're not going to create success. That's what I know. But in this orientation, okay, this is me introducing my team, and you'll see all the people that are working on the inner parts of the company, and we'll ask you some more questions about your goals in there. And actually, one of those, when you fill out, there's a questionnaire, and I believe it's on step 6. And when you fill that out, we give you a bonus workbook. And that bonus workbook specifically is on setting clear outcomes, okay? And I want you to go through that workbook, go through that exercise, and I want you to get clear on what you want. Whether it's working here or not worried about it. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, cool.
All right.
I'll get started.
Well, welcome aboard. A couple things just to be aware of when you go through as you're filling that out and you're watching the videos. Again, it'll be about an hour. I want you to finish it tonight. By the time you're through that, you'll understand our business. You'll understand what to do every day. You'll understand how you fit in, and you'll also be able to connect in with our team and get coached on a fast start plan. I'm your sponsor. I'll be here. We'll also connect you into our Facebook group to make sure that you're supported and that you've got the people that you need to succeed, right? But the important thing is you go through this, and then starting today, start implementing the action steps in there. But before you do too much, I want you to decide if this is what you want or not. Because here's what I will tell you something. I had a friend one time, and he came down to my house, and he was floundering around, making some money, but not a lot. And I took him out to a waterfall, and I didn't do it on purpose, but he almost drowned, right? And I went in, and I almost didn't notice, but I went and I grabbed him. You know, the waterfall's over Costa Rica, and I yanked him out of the waterfall, right? And his entire energy after that changed. And I can't tell you exactly why, because I'm not a prophet. At least I don't think I am. But he went from like nothing to making $30,000 a month to making over $1.5 million with it, right? But I think what actually happened is this, right? I think what happened is that he realized, Michael, that the only time he's got is right now. The only time he's got is right now, right? You got some power, you got some potential, okay? But that potential is going to stay unnoticed unless you decide what you're going to do. That cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome, man. Well, welcome aboard. We'll reach out. We'll be sending you some communications, letting you know what to do. When you're through the acceleration training, go ahead and email me. I have an email. It's newempowernetworkmembers@gmail.com. Okay? It'll be in your back office too, but just so you have it. And just I'll remember you because we talked. And if you want to do it, if you want to build it, I'll be here for a long time, man.
Okay, sounds good. I'll get started here.
Awesome, dude. Talk soon. I'll let you go.
All right, sounds good.
All right, man. Bye-bye. Okay. Button's supposed to be. Hello? Okay, so guys, we're back to here, right? This has taken forever. 2 calls, right?
Let's see if we got any comments or questions.
Yeah, see if we got comments, right? So yeah, you guys see, right? Like you guys see this? Hold on a second. Let's look up the feedback here. I mean, guys, literally, I could do this all day long.
You should do a couple more, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna do more, right? But my point is, guys, see, for me, this is like unemotional, right? He joined. Will he stay in? Will he not? Maybe he'll see this training and be like, that's me, right? I don't know. It's up to him. Could he do it? Yes, right? Is he indecisive? Yeah, right now he's indecisive, right? But he just made a little decision and gained a little rapport, right? He does have money. I didn't force him. And I think that for me, I'd rather do that, right? And so, like, if you guys look, right, let's go on. I say business has emotions, but that, I mean, like, for me, I'm level through this.
You're disconnected from the outcome.
Yeah, like I know that the next person will join, and probably the next and the next 5, right? And so it's once you got this down, it's easy. But do you guys, was there anything that I did that you guys couldn't do? Right? Like you guys on here, literally, okay, literally, you could get 10 leads and sponsor 2 or 3 people like that. Like it is the easiest thing to do in the world. And if if he had more money, right, I would have sent him to a full price. It wasn't about the money, it was about the commitment, right? He wanted to try it out.
Right.
So I gave him something to try it out, right? But does that, yeah, he said he started to sound excited. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people, they'd write a guy like that off. No, I'll get him in, right? Because I have no idea what he could be with a couple of days. Because he might sleep and been like, I talked to David Wood. I can't believe that guy called me. And then tomorrow he might wake up excited and watch 8 hours of videos. You know what I mean? Maybe he'll come and he'll fly out to the event. I should have brought that up. But like, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm gonna make another call.
You have reached the voicemail box of 57.
Most convenient thing ever. Leaves the voicemail.
Hello?
Hello, Celeste.
Yes, it's Les.
Hey, it's Dave Wood. How are you?
Oh, how are you doing? Yes, good.
Oh, I'm doing awesome. I just wanted to reach out and connect with you and see what I can do for you. I saw you submitted in the application earlier. How can I help?
Well, I did do that, and you said that, well, from what I read, you know, I could do a better opportunity and, you know, make more money, and sort of like saying, like, well, how come you're doing what you're doing, you know, at $10 an hour? Because I work at O'Reilly, and I think I have a better chance of doing something else.
So right now you're working at O'Reilly's?
Yes.
What exactly do you do?
I'm a delivery specialist, so I deliver auto parts at a certain time and check their parts of what they wanted and deliver it to them on time, and you know, so sort of like do what the boss tells you, you know.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I've forgotten about it for a long time, but
I don't mind doing that, but it just seems like I'm being picked on. There's this one in particular girl, and she's jealous of me. That's plain and clear, and I'm trying to do my job, and she's making it difficult. And I'm just like, Lord, I need to find something else, you know.
Right.
And then I'm getting all these emails, and I don't know which one to go on. You know, I'm getting a lot of emails on, you can make the 6-figure digits, and, you know, and look what I saw some of their videos, you know, and I'm like, well, I'm not into the Jaguars and, you know, 300,000. All I wanted is to buy my horse back. You know, I had to sell my horse, and I'm going through a difficult time right now.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so I just would like to live back in Sacramento, and, you know, I have a great opportunity to do that, but I don't have any money to move anymore. I'm in Clearly, California. Do you know where that is?
Well, yeah, I know where California is. You know, the only a little though. I think it's over by New York, isn't it?
I mean, what did you say?
I think California is over by New York, isn't it? I'm joking.
I know. Well, maybe it is. The crazy stuff that's going on, they might be right next to each other, but in a separate part of the world. Yeah. My goodness. Yeah. I had to think about that one because I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Well, you never know. You never know. There is still a flat Earth society. Let me jump in here, Celeste, because I gotta jump. I got about maybe 10 minutes or so, and I want to be as productive as we can. And it sounds like you're having a difficult time, and that you got a girl making it really difficult to work. I know what it's like having somebody making it difficult to work, and it sounds like something just needs to change. And you've been getting a lot of emails, and maybe it sounds a little bit confusing. So why don't I do this? I don't want to point you anywhere specific. Can I find out a little bit more about you, what your goals are, what you want, and then what I can do is I can help just put you in what you want and kind of like filter through this nonsense you're seeing. Is that okay?
Well, that'd be great.
Cool. Well, let me ask you. So I know you're going through a difficult time. You want to change, and you want to get away from your work. What is it that you do want? Like, how much money are you looking to make on a monthly basis right now?
All I need is a month would be, I guess, like 2,000. I mean, I'm really low because I don't need a lot. All I want is to go back to Sacramento, get a horse. A horse costs like $1,500 a year. You know, I'm not into roping or nothing like that, so it doesn't cost that much. It's not a show horse. They're way up there. But I just want to go back to church over there. I have my truck, but I just need to, I want to do something for somebody, you know, like you. Like, what do you need, you know? I just want to go back over there so I can, horse needs acreage. So I need acreage. You know, I don't need 10 or 50,000 or nothing like that. I just need, I would like to have a horse back, you know?
Okay. So you want your horse back is what you want.
Well, a horse. Something that I could ride. I had to sell my horse, and obviously someone's not going to give him back up, but I need a horse, so I got to find the right one. So that costs money to get one, the right one that I want, you know, that is going to do what I need to do. You know, I want to go riding. I don't want to train one or anything like that. So
yeah. I used to live in a place called Port Alone in Costa Rica, and they weren't mine, but up in the property there was like 10 horses, and so there's this guy named Oldemar who is like he was like a caveman. This guy, really cool. But like he like would literally, he never had electricity his whole life, and he would like ride into the mountains like with no lights at like midnight when he's done work, like with nothing but like a machete, you know. But like this guy, he would take us on horse rides like up to the mountains on top of hills. It's like the most amazing thing ever, you know. Horse, yeah. I love horse riding.
Well, I'd give you a horse ride if I can afford another place, you know, to put one, and so I can go back to my church, Capital Christian Center. It's a very, very nice church. And I moved here to Clear Lake to help my parents with the house, but I can't put any more money into it. And even if I did, I can't put a horse there. You're not allowed horses right here at this property. It's too small.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to Sacramento, and they know I can't, you know, I don't know who's going to take care of the house. I just told them, I mean, I can come up every other weekend. That's another thing. But besides that, you know, I want to go back to the church and get another horse. And it's simple. I'm not into traveling much. I like Arizona. But the money is not there. I used to haul horses. And there's a lot of people that skipped out on me. I'm like, man. So I would keep doing that, but so I'd like another horse trailer. I had to sell my horse trailer. And anyway, that's basically it. I'm basic.
Well, let's do this, because I could talk about horses. I mean, hours, you know. But I want to help you to get what you want, to be able to have what you want, to be able to get the horses you want, if it fits. So let me ask a couple of things, because I feel your energy. Oh, and I always forget to mention this. But I record my calls, so just so you know, I'm recording the calls. Is that okay with you? I use it for my records, or sometimes for training.
Good. That's okay. Thank you.
No problem. And so what I want to talk about is I want to talk about specific goals, and also what resources you have available to reach those goals, and what skills you have. And let's try to do this as quick as we can, because what I want to do is, it sounds like to me like you're ready to get started and change something. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to find something, if I have it, and I might not, or I might know of something, where I can get you pointed in the right direction to start working towards accomplishing your goals, and get plugged into the system, plugged into our team, and work together with us. I really care about my team because I want them to succeed. And so I promise I'll be honest with you, and can you be honest with me and just tell me just truthful answers to all the questions that I ask. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, cool. So a couple things here real quick. Let's talk about goals. You said a couple $1,000s a month would be fine, and would that replace your work now? Like, how much money do you need to replace the current work that you've got?
Yeah. All right. The current work I have now is, let's see, every 2 weeks I get $500. So I'm working for $11 an hour. Work 5 days a week, but whenever they feel like it, because they got to cut payroll, they let me go home early. You know, an hour or two here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they even say, "Oh, you don't have to work today if you don't want to." You know, and I'm like, well, and so I'm like, I don't get my whole 80 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like every paycheck, it seems like it's 78 hours. How come I can't get my 80 at least?
Yeah. So
And
basically,
I'm not getting
you're wanting to work, and there's not really work for you in what you're doing.
There is work for me. I could be right there in the middle of my work, and they're slow. And there's things to do around there. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the way it is. I work until I'm let go. I have no idea. I'm stocking shelves, and in the middle of it, the boss will come up, "Hey, why don't you, go home? We're slow, so, you're not in trouble or anything." They'll tell me, and oh, okay. It's slow. You want to go home? They'll do it like that.
Right.
They're not rude at all.
Well, let's shift towards something that we do want. So you've got a very limited resources. How many hours do you have on a weekly basis where you could set aside and dedicate towards building a business from the internet and building a business from home to reach these goals you have? Like, how many hours per week could you work online to reach the goals that you've set for yourself?
If I was online, I could work as many hours as I need to achieve what I need. Like I work at work so I can achieve what I need, and then they're not fulfilling that. So I don't have internet, so I need someone to. I got to do a 2-week. Like if I was going to get trained, I would work my full 8 hours and 40 hours a week.
So there's a couple of really important resource questions, because if there's certain times when what we're doing just doesn't fit well with people, and I just prefer to identify that and keep you in our community. And when the time's right, we can change things. You said you don't have internet access?
I only have my phone, and it's very limited. Like I could barely get a hold of you because I have like my emails, and like 5 people like you are let's see, Ty Lopez, or anyway, there's a couple of, I'd have to write them down, that are doing the same thing you do. Try to get a hold of me, but they're not calling me.
Yeah.
This is your last chance to make triple digits, and they're doing this and that. You're the only one that's called me. I've given my phone number. You're the only one that's called me. And I'm like, wow, I got to call you. And that's why your application was simple and go. And I'm like, and I don't have internet access here because it costs money, and I don't have.
Yeah.
I have my phone.
Here's what I'm going to tell you, okay? And this is I believe, Celeste, that you could do amazing things. Okay, you've got great heart, you've got great energy. Right now, the business that I've got, the model that I've got, it's not the right model for you, and you need a little bit more resources and stability in order to be able to build it. And we're not the best option to get that originally, because it's really difficult if somebody doesn't have internet access, computer access, to be able to help them to actually build a business. And I don't want to take your money or get you to buy something that you can't use the way that it should be used. And I think it'd be much better if I'm going to give you some assignments though and tell you what to do, because I think when the time is right, I think you could be really powerful within our community. But here's what I want you to do, okay? Every day we are sending out, we send out a couple of emails, but we send out an email to a show that we do. It's called The Daily Shortcut. Do you get those?
Yeah, I got that one with the couple of guys.
Okay. Yeah. So the Daily Shortcut, it's got me, my brother's in there. My brother's he's a trainer. He speaks all over the world. You know, I've helped people do a couple $100 million in sales online. But I really believe in putting people in the right expectations and also in the right mindset. And I actually do believe you could succeed at what we're doing, because I could just tell you're great with people. But it's going to work a lot better if you educate yourself first, take some time, right, and stabilize your life a little bit, because you're going to need to have a computer. And you don't need an expensive one, right? But you need one. You need the computer. You need the internet. And until then, it's going to be better use. This is going to be my recommendation for you. Okay, probably surprise you, right? It's like he's not trying to take my credit card. No. So my recommendation is going to be to start getting really clear and making a plan. And my brother, he's actually sitting here with me. Will, do you have a outcome workbook or something we can send her? Sure. Okay. So my brother, he's a change therapist. Okay. And can you take a photo, or can you grab her email? Is it okay if my brother sends you an email with a workbook that helps you think through your goals and your outcomes and get really clear? My brother's amazing. He does a lot of change work with people.
Yeah, that's great. So what I don't get is how come I can't do simple things like I was even offered in San Francisco. I had to go all the way down there, show them pictures of horses and me, me on them and everything, because I was going to be in the. I wanted to model. I wanted to be in the movie, or maybe commercials. And then you got to take a class and all that. And then I'm like, well, how come you just said, I don't know who it was. I'd have to look it up. But I sent a picture of me on my horse, and I won the, whatever it was. It was a ad on, I can't remember this. It was so long ago. I was like, man, this reminds me of the same thing. I'm like, but they wanted $600 for me to get into it, and I didn't have that, and like this, I don't have the computer, and I am so useful. If I could just get a little help.
This is why I agree. And so this is exactly what I'm going to do, because this is going to help you if you do it. Okay, if I give you something that's ultra valuable, and it's got some exercises for you to do, will you go through it and do the exercises?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do, and then I want to see you. Every day when we send those emails out, those shows out, I want to see you commenting on the show. And when the time is right, okay, you can create a lot of success here. What we're going to do is we're going to send you something on getting really clear on your outcome. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying that it's going to be better to do things in the right order, okay? And so my brother, he's got your email. He's going to shoot you a workbook, and this is going to walk you through creating a really clear plan and vision for your life, okay? That will also phase in action steps, like what you can do next in order to help create the life that you want, because you can do it, okay? I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying that it's better to do things in the right order where your resources are at right now. There is a slightly different path you need to take before getting started. Otherwise, you're going to be too frustrated, whereas later you could get started at the right time and you won't be so frustrated.
Well, maybe I could be... you can get a simple picture of me on my horse, it could be like $1, you know, every one time someone has money. And they can give you $1 every time they say, you want to see a girl on a horse that's, you know, needs help, and you get $1 each. I could get something like that, like a little promotion that I'm sending you a picture of me, simply with me on my horse, and I'm happy that you guys are there helping me. And then they're going to see that I'm helping you. I mean, that would be a nice deal. People love horses. I just had a thought.
I do love horses.
Each,
it's a great thought.
Which one would you want? Would you want the workbook with the girl on the horse, or would you want the workbook without the girl on the horse?
I think a girl on a horse is always more attractive than just a horse or a man on a horse. But I mean, you know what I mean? But
idea.
Yeah.
Something I want to do, and I don't know how many dollars I get each email you get.
Yeah.
Your share, and Celeste, you just got like $300,000 because we got 600. I don't know.
Hey, Celeste, I appreciate you. I gotta run. Okay, I'm gonna shoot you an email as well with some more info just to stay connected. But if you just look out for that email from my brother, his name's William. I'm gonna give you a workbook, and I hope we can connect sometime again in the future. And if you just keep showing up, keep commenting, keep interacting, the time will be right, and you can do great things. All right, I want you to hear what I'm saying with that. But I want you to complete that workbook and just show up in the daily show. Is that okay?
That'd be great. Now, when are they, because of my hours and stuff, when do they come in my email so I could, because sometimes they'll come in at 3 a.m. I don't check it till.
Around 9 a.m.
I mean, I need to know.
Yeah, around 9 a.m.
Oh, okay, 9.
Yeah.
Okay, and it'll say Dave Wood on the top? Or?
Dave Wood, William Wood. It'll be from me or one of my partners or affiliates.
Well,
yeah.
If it's a Wood, then I'll notice it. Because I'm telling you, I got these other, man. Like,
Celeste, I gotta go. I gotta run. I appreciate
so
you.
Thank
you.
you.
All right.
Bless.
Talk soon.
Bye.
I like her.
Yeah, I like her too. And that's the thing. So guys, like, could I have sold her in? Yes. You know, for what purpose? You know what I mean? And it's not that she can't do it. It's that it's nearly impossible to get somebody to do something without a computer if they don't have money to buy one, and they don't know how to come up with money to buy one. And they're like, well, I got a phone. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So anyway, hey, everybody's enjoying this. So I'm okay continuing to go. All right. So we'll say, just do this. Send an email out, and she can check it out. I don't think I have time for very many more. I take forever on these, don't I? Like way too long, probably. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. It's about what I do too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You do like this too. Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm doing sales, like sales.
Hello.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
Jason, it's Dave Wood. How you doing?
Are you serious? What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing awesome, man. Doing awesome. I wanted to give you a call. I know you filled out one of the forms, and I said I was going to call people. So I wanted to see how I can help you.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely I'm just speechless right now, brother. You guys watch you on the computer. You know what I mean? I listen to all your stuff all the time. It's kind of a little different hearing me on the phone. That's awesome, brother.
My voice is relatively the same. It keeps getting lower for some reason. I just hit puberty last year. Hey, Jason, why don't we do this? Where are you from, by the way? What state are you in?
New Mexico, northeastern corner.
Okay, so you're over in New Mexico, and how long have you been on the list? Like, how long have you been getting the emails?
3-4 months now.
Like 3 or 4 months?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you that. Well, what are you looking for? Like, what made you subscribe to the list, and what is it that makes you continue opening them all the time?
Well, I just wanted at first. I just wanted to kind of see something, and just try to make a little money online. But actually, do you know, like I'm like so impressed with you. It's like the whole shortcut, everything. I love your philosophy. I really can't get enough. You know what I mean? I need your help. I need your brain or something.
something, I guess, but you know, like the rest of the stuff, like the money stuff, that's fine, that's cool, whatever. But you know, it's more the philosophy, I guess. You know what I mean? Gotta subscribe, brother. Like the same thing for the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, what is it about the philosophy that I've had that you like? Like, what is it that attracts you?
A little bit. Well, it's just so basically everything. You have like a couple of things on how to help like with your mind. Maybe like your brother, you know, staying like in silence. And there's just so much, honestly. But like I don't even know where to start. The audio tracks are great. You know what I mean? Like at night, it's like something and kind of rest and relax. So like the story you told about your dad, like you guys had like a flat tire, like somewhere like in Alaska or something, like just like the friendship quality, it's the life quality, I guess you say, but it's phenomenal.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. You said that you started off looking on the internet to. I mean, we're going to keep bringing up good content, so you're always going to have good emails to read, whether you're ever a customer of ours or not. That's the way we manage our list. You were looking for money. You were looking to make money on the internet. And what caused you to go on the internet and look for that?
Well, basically, I mean, I'm kind of like in a tight spot. I guess you say right now, have been for a little while. Like stuff, and a lot of bad problems, stuff happened, whatever. And you just make you didn't make a lot of money, which just something like actually. Some of the class you guys, like I said, just. Like especially it's a great system. Like when I first signed up and I actually sold a product, and I was actually having like a real hard time. I didn't have a computer at the time. I was trying to do it, from the library or like a cheap, dumb phone. I wouldn't call it a smartphone, but I didn't really have like a lot of internet access, and I couldn't really get it going. And being like no clue, like I've never done like online marketing at all, so I was just kind of like guessing at it anyway. So it was kind of rough, but. And now I'm just in such a tight financial jam. If I could, I get your sign up now for this kind of price. I'm like, damn, dude, if I could, brother, I would. You know what I mean? So I guess. Well,
let me ask you a couple things, just so I'm clear on. Like, are you in Empower Network right now, or have you been in the past?
No, I have been in the past. Yeah, I just actually sent me a few emails on like getting back in. But my affiliate membership, like whatever, like my trial period ended, I guess you'd say. Okay.
All right. So you got in and you had a trial membership. It ended. What is it that? Let's talk about what you actually want and what your resources actually are. Because if you don't have resources, one of the easier things to do is to just point you in a direction to show you how to create more resources. But talk to me about what you want first.
That's like the biggest problem. Yeah, I mean, there's like no resources are I have my partner like resource plus something like that. But really, what I want is just basically the financial freedom. You can work from anywhere. Sometimes you're not having to work like most of the nights all the time. You don't have to work like all day long. I don't want to work 10 hours a day. I would like to work a couple hours or whatever. Spend all of my life enjoying with the people. You know what I mean? I like to spend my time with.
Right. So you want more quality of life. You want to have more time. And you're limited on resources. Well, yeah, I think so. Maybe some people don't. I don't know. Yes, doesn't everybody want more time?
That's what I want. I'm going to go hang out with you. When I see up there in Costa Rica on the rocks, you know what I mean? Having a good time. That's what I want, brother. Just enjoying life.
Yeah. So you want to be enjoying life. So to be able to enjoy life, what do you do for work right now? Like, what's your current profession?
General construction.
So you do what construction?
General, you do everything, brother.
Okay, so you do general construction. Okay, and so you are working full time right now.
No, we don't necessarily call it full time, but it's like people call me up and they need some work done. So you know what I mean? I scrape by, but no, I wouldn't. It's just not full time.
Okay, so to be able to, this is one of the struggles that we're going to encounter here, and I just like to be clear because I'm always going to be honest with you. Which catches people off guard sometimes anyways, but it's just how I am. Yeah. Well, the thing is I can tell you exactly what to do this, but if I give you bullshit, right, then it's just setting you up if you do it to fail. And so you need some kind of resource availability to be able to build a business on the internet. Like, how much could you invest in starting a business and then also maintaining for ongoing education, personal development tools on a monthly basis? Like, what do you have available?
Well, like I said, like depending on my work, depending on what I can, what kind of job I can get, but basically what I'm looking for is something I can get to where I can start. Like getting my little profits. I don't care if I got to work 18 hours a day. It doesn't bother me until I can keep putting it back in. I don't really have like too many goals. Just basic necessities, probably about $1,500 a month, where I actually have to like survive. And there's that can actually go like to the business. You know what I mean? So I just need a little something where I can actually generate a little bit of cash. I'm a simple person. I really don't need too much, but I can go.
Well, how much of the resources that you have, though, like what is your available resources? Like how much could you invest into starting a business, and then also on a monthly basis?
That kind of depends on my jobs. Go from like a monthly basis. You know what I mean? With construction, sometimes you get a lot of work, sometimes you don't. Right now, it's the winter. It's kind of slow. I mean, like so roughly right now, I probably have $50 on me. I got at the end of the month, so I probably have like 100 to 200. I mean, not very much to get started, but like just depending on how the month goes, and I can get like a big job, tomorrow or something. Have $1,500. It's kind of varies. It's not a consistent pay rate.
Okay, so let me ask you how many, because we need there's a that's okay, but we need something to be consistent. Okay, and so like. Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot. I record the calls that I make just to do quality checks. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So we need something to be consistent. If your money isn't consistent, can your time be consistent? Right. Like how many hours a week could you dedicate on a daily and weekly basis to hit your goals and to be able to create more freedom with you?
Give me a time. If you need me to put 40 hours, I put 40 hours. If you need to put 80 hours, I put 80 hours. I'll stay up all night. It does not matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're excited. It sounds like you actually want to do something.
Well, I mean, kind of that's just for like a lot of like it's more like it's like starting stuff faster, but it's more ability. You know what I mean? I dig your philosophy. I think like you're the right person to get me where I need to go, and whatever you tell me to do, you know what I mean? I'm all for it. Some other guy probably on that be like, yeah, whatever. But makes it, as far as you're concerned, I'm all in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can hear that. And I can hear that you really want to change.
Oh, absolutely. You have no idea.
Well, tell me about it. I mean, why do you want to change?
That's a long, drawn out story. Not the best I put it that way, really. You know what I mean? And it's just, I would like to, do something else. Like, this can't be always. I do have I guess there's some great quality about my big product, so I believe there's something better. And I just haven't experienced so far, so I'd like to try not to focus on the bad stuff. What's happening is happening. I'm going to let it drag me down, and it's not going to get any good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's do this, okay? Here's what I'm going to recommend that you do. When was the last time you were in Empower? Like, how long ago was it?
2 months, maybe.
It was 2 months ago. Was I your sponsor?
Yeah, you were. Actually, I made a joke to actually talk to my buddy and get into it. I don't know like how that works. Like, because you said like this, like you're gonna if you sign up for your license to get this commission or whatever. And I was just wondering like, well, if I just get that commission and take that commission and put it like towards my monthly, membership or whatever. You know what I mean? Instead of
you can do like you can withdraw the commission in your bank account and you can do it like that. But we don't have a pay from the commission account option. But there's a couple of more things though, huh?
If I sign up like here, then I get the commission. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like you're that commission. It was like once you upgrade or whatever, then you have the you know what I mean. Then you're
Hey, can I ask you something, Jason? What do you have anything that you could get rid of that you're paying for on a monthly basis to free up some cash flow?
I really don't, brother. I got like some furniture and stuff like that, but no.
No, not like that. Like a monthly expense, like cable TV, something like that.
Unfortunately, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
I want to get that most, which cost me about $40 a month. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's just from a. I don't have to tell you this. Do you want the advice? Do you not want the advice?
Absolutely. I want every possible thing you want to tell me, brother. I'm involved. And like I said, I know you're honest. Don't be afraid to be honest. Because
Yeah.
that's what they sugarcoat it. Tell me, oh, there's like a tell me, just get out there, do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there's two things people do. Okay. One is they try to increase their income to meet expenses that they can't afford, which ends up just making people broke 100% of the time. What the only other way to do it is to shrink and to live more small. And like right now, for example, if your expenses were like $400 a month less and you were living in maybe a crappy place, right, that you didn't want to stay in, you'd have $400 a month that you could build a business with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I think it's pretty crappy.
Yeah, I know. You could go a little more crappy. Just tossing that out for you. Nobody really cares, right? Yeah. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if you live in a cube. As long as you can breathe. There's a couple things I want to do, and because I got to jump on another call as well. Jump on another call here. When could you reactivate your account by?
How much is it actually? Because I know like the ones something else is like the 197.
What I would actually encourage you to do is, what I'd encourage you to do is I'd encourage you to go get the $47 a month membership.
Okay, that's something tomorrow.
Yeah. And when you log in, there's 3 different levels. Now, this is specific, okay? Because I want you to think about this between now and tomorrow, and if you're going to do it, I want you to do it, okay? Because it is not important to me how much money you've got. It's not relevant. It's obviously somebody can buy more stuff if they've got lots of money, right? But what's important is that you're willing to do whatever it takes, because somebody with lots of money that's not willing to do whatever it takes is not going to make any money, right? It's not related to that. So what I want you to do you have a pen handy?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to give you like couple assignments here, and then I got to go. I got to jump on another call.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I want you write down this email. It's newempowernetworkmembers@gmail.com.
At Gmail?
Mm-hmm. At gmail.com. Let me see here if I can shoot you an email right to hold on, I'm trying to find it here. Give me a second. All right, just give me a second, Jason. I'm gonna see if I can shoot you an email. Actually, no, I don't need to. Just log into the back office, okay? When you go to reactivate your account, there should be 3 packages. Just get the basic one. Now, this is the important thing. When you do that, I want you to send me an email, okay? What is there's an episode that I want you to watch as well that I made, and I got to find the number of it, and I don't know what it is. Hold on a second here. I'm going to send you, how long have you been watching the show?
Since I started, 3-4 months ago, like that. I haven't watched it lately. Can't do it. Well, I'm actually probably not a member.
Yeah. That's free.
Like you email me when I watch it, but
Yeah. No, hold on, just one second. I'm going to send you an email. Okay. And hold on a second here. I got to find this. Just give me a sec to find you. All right.
I wanted to thank you too. A few months ago, you sent me a book on Tony Robbins. I had no way of contacting you.
Well, you're welcome, and I'm glad you enjoyed the book. Did you read it? Are you reading it? Awesome. Awesome. All right, I'm going to shoot you an email here. Hold on a second. And subject is blank from. All right, this is a pretty blank email, but it's a show. It's episode number 72, and it's on proper money mindset. Okay, I want you to watch that. Okay, and do the exercise in that show. to learn how to create more resources. Okay, because I'll tell you, you've got your intentions are great, and you've got the right heart, and you need to think about money differently too. And you can do that. Will you do that? Okay, shoot me an email when you've reactivated your account, and just let me know after you've done that, and also watch the show, and then I'll plug you in the Facebook group and all the stuff we're doing as a team. I just want to make sure that you can stay in a nurtured environment, right? And are taking the daily actions that you need to take. Is that okay? Awesome, man. Well, I've got to pop on another call. It was really great connecting with you today and finding out a little bit more about you. And thanks for talking.
Hey, Dave, man, you like made my whole month. You just like, you really brought me up. I can't thank you enough for me. I'll get all this done. I'm really excited about it. Thank you so very much. It's wasting any more of your time. You're the man. Thank you so very much.
Hey, dude. Well, thank you. It's my pleasure to talk with you, man. Talk soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye. I think that's about good for guys. I mean, I could do that for another hour, several hours. So guys, like, right, and this is, we transfer this to anything, right? Now, same thing with that, right? Like I could sell more stuff, and I could have got that lady in.
Could have pushed her in.
Well, I could have easily got it. I could have gotten in her a trial, but I don't, it's not good for her, right? And so, like, this here, it took me like 1 hour, okay? I called 8 people, I talked to 4, okay? Did I talk to 4 or 3? 4. I don't remember. 4? 3 for sure. I talked to 3. I remember talking to 3. But out of the 3 that I talked to, 1 guy joined on the spot. 1 lady I told not to join, but she wanted to. And the other guy is going to reactivate his account. And I would have made him go do it, but I actually want him to go do it and then send me an email. Why? Because that's going to tell me if he follows assignments or not, right? I'll work with somebody who follows assignments, right? And so, yeah, so 4, who's the other person I talked to? I talked to 4.
Oh, wait, we talked to the person who's already a member.
Oh, yeah. So 1 was already members. So 3 people that were not members. 1 will reactivate. The other joined. The other one, I could have gotten to join, and it wasn't a good idea, right? Now, those are going to be my numbers if I did this for 12 hours straight. And I could do them faster too, right? But that took 1 hour, 2 people. Beat that. Can't beat that, right? Like, and the thing is that those people, they'll stay in forever, right? And you bet that lady, the Celeste, right, with the horses.
Celeste.
Yeah, Celeste with the horses. I'm going to end this dial session. Hold on a second. Dog started calling me quick. So then I need to call some more people. But anyway, so like, yeah. So guys, this here is not difficult. They will. I promise you guys, they will stay in forever, those people, right? But they'll actually do it too, right? So my point is with that, right? How many was that? 8?
8 calls.
No, 8 calls. Okay. So let's break that down, right? That is the equivalent of generating 8 leads and sponsoring 2 people. Beat that. Can't beat that. Impossible. Impossible to beat it. You can't win that. You can't make a video that does that. A video can't do that shit, guys. I'm just telling you, it can't do it. And I've explained this enough to where, like, I know that, right? Like, I know that, like, people just need to see me do it, right? Like, let me ask you a question. How many of you, your mind was blown when that guy joined, right? Like, how many of you, like, even, it was a trial, right? He had money, but I didn't force him. But how many of you, your mind was blown when that guy, he was on the phone and he was like, yeah, whatever. And he just joined and he didn't have any objections or anything, right? Right? Yeah, your mind blown, Tara? Tara, I could do that all day long. Like, I could literally bring in 20 people a day like that. Maybe that's all I should do for a while. Show you guys, right? I'll bring in, I got a guy, Sandy's brother, actually. He's going to be, anyways, he could be good with Facebook ads. But I'm going to have, I could go and literally call people from 10 in the morning till 10 at night, and I'd sponsor 2 people every hour I made phone calls, right? Can't beat it. Can't beat it, right? So like, yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. So this is the simplicity of it, right, Tara? This is the easiest thing in the world, Tara. It's like not I wasn't pushy, right? Tara says her mind's blown, right? But like, Tara, not pushy, right? It's like, I'm not pushy. I'm not trying to get them to do something they don't want to do. You know what I mean?
You're just coaching.
Yeah. So let me ask you, like with that guy, what's actually more likely to sell? What I did, or pushing him to try to spend every dollar he has on the first call? What I did, by far, right? Because first of all, if I pushed him, he'd never want to talk to me again. Because I could tell that guy is just like, maybe. But by the end of the call, he was like, yeah, maybe. I like this, right? And it's like, then he gets on a call. He does have money, right? He's very likely to upgrade it and enjoy it, right? Because I treated him well. And so like that there, and this was like, if you go, right, how many value emails before? No, none, Chad, none. What I did, Chad, well, here's what I did. Okay, so, because I was wanting guys to, you could do this right off the capture page, as long as they hear your voice. The important thing is they hear your voice and know who you are before you call, if you're wanting to get high ratios, or they know that you're going to call, right? So they don't have to know it's you if they know you're gonna call. But like, so let me actually show you all this is I literally, let me share my screen, hold on. And guys, I sent this out to a small segment. I don't have time to call these people, it's a problem. But I don't mind doing this. This is fun to me. I enjoy it, right? So like, I like selling stuff, right? So here, if you take a look at this, right? I filmed a video on my iPhone. It's not edited. It pauses awkwardly at the beginning, right? Well, normally I'd edit that out, right? Because I'm waiting for the camera to start, but it had started. And I just asked some questions on a form, right? That's all. And then I said, I'll call them tonight, right? And I called 8 of them, and I got, I think, 40, right? So, but my point is, guys, is if you just put a message in your autoresponder, even that was like, if you put your first message in your autoresponder, because that gets tons of opens and clicks, to collect a form and call those people, you literally, I'm telling you, just with what I did today, without pressuring people, you literally could close like 3 out of 4 of your conversations, right? It is not hard to do at all. And if we run into, like, for example, we've got, you know, is that a will? You know, if we've got something going on that's like on that call, one of the things I noticed is I'm like, okay, there was a lot of people with less financial resources there in the room, right? That could be a targeting problem, right? Now, it's not that they're bad, but you give the 2, what's a better use of time to talk to people with more financial resources? It's just as easy to close, right? You can do that on Facebook ads, right? You could target people that are married, that have jobs, right? That are over the age of 30, under the age of 60, right? You don't want to be selling like grandmas that are senile, because even if you can sell them, everyone gets mad. And like, we love grandmas, right? We just want to make sure they have their head together and they know what this is.
But I think just like,
you know,
just like you're doing tonight, you want to actually help people who can be helped. You want to coach people to take the next action step. This is coaching.
Yeah.
What Dave just did is coaching. It's the same thing.
And these people
get a result.
So like what I'm saying to you guys, that there, you could just do it, right? You could just do it. You could go out tomorrow, generate 10 leads, and you could close 2 people tomorrow. All of you. It's not hard to do. You say, I can't generate leads. Yes, you can. It's not hard to generate leads. It's hard to generate leads if you can't sell anything, because then you have no money to pay for anything, right? And that's difficult, right? And so handful of things, guys, and I'll let you go. And then I'll see if Will has thoughts, right? If that was available for you guys, I mean, I consider doing it again. You guys, you'd be mind blown after a while, because it's just the same thing over and over and over again. I find out what people want and they buy it. You know, I mean, that's basically, it's like,
I think in a few weeks we should totally bring it back.
Well, I mean, I could do stuff like this because I'm going to be making calls anyways. We're having all the applications called, and I got to train the staff, because the staff, like Tara, you on still? I don't know if she's on.
I think Tara jumped off, but
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so like,
Sorry, I just couldn't find that mute button.
like, honestly, was that not the easiest thing you've ever listened to in your life? Like, honestly, huh?
What did you just say? I'm sorry.
What was that? Was what I just did the easiest thing that you've ever heard in your life?
Yes. It's amazing because they're like, oh, okay, you know, of course I'll do that.
Well, yeah. It's like that all the time for everyone that does it. The only thing it messes it up, like if you call and you say, "Hello, this is David Wood from Empower Network," you know, because you talk about enthusiasm, like people go like this and then you go, "Crap," right? And if you're like somebody, it's like Mary on the phone. You go, "Mary?" She goes, "Yes." "Mary, it's David Wood. How you doing?" She's like, "Oh my God." It's like the easiest thing, right? So
Chad's asking in chat if video or non-video.
Chad, it depends on, you need a video somewhere, okay? It can actually just be your voice. What's important is, okay, so it's like, this is like a rapport thing, okay? If people hear your voice, and this works for every business, it's useful, we can put it in a product, right? But if people hear your voice and recognize it and hear it again, right, they're going to respond to it more. It's rapport, right? They just heard your voice before, right? It's like I would know if Tony Robbins called me. Right? He's like, "Hello, this is Tony Robbins," right? He's got like that thing he's got going, right? Yeah. So like if you connect with people, guys, like this group of people right here, I don't even know how many people are on here, but you guys could literally, you could bring in like this group could bring in 100 people a day tomorrow, right? And they'll stay forever. You have no idea how long they'll stay. They will stay forever, right? I don't care how many more members somebody could bring in than that. I bring in 5 members like that. Those 5 members would outperform 40 members or 50 or 100 brought in that were never, ever connected to anything. It's not that you have to connect with them before they come in. It's that you got to connect with them and find out what they want. They would stay forever, right? And you'll build a real team doing stuff like that, right? And so, you know, is what it is. So hope that helps. You know, people used to think I was a woman too, and then I hit 33 and I had puberty. My voice changed, Joe. So that's just right around the corner for you. You know, I was just joking. Joe's like, you're right. No, people used to say I was a woman. They're like, why is that woman so angry? If I'd be all pumped up, screaming on the calls, you know, be like, I do not sound like a woman, right? I post this video on Facebook about my inner circle voice change. The inner circle increased my testosterone levels. But all right, guys. So if this is valuable, by the way, guys, up here, okay. Now, members, this is quick for you guys. For people on here, there is some where's my phone on?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. So, okay, at least anymore. All right, so guys, we have a Costa Rica retreat coming up a couple months from now. The event, of course, is Atlanta. I hope you guys are coming to Atlanta. There's some seats for the Costa Rica retreat, right? And we've been packing those by phone only. So what I encourage you guys to do, if you guys want to attend, okay, if you want to attend and you've got the resources to attend, there's a button. It says, I want to upgrade. You could fill out an application there. And that's for people with some resources, okay? So like, for example, I'm not going to sell that and have somebody try to come to my house that after they paid for it, which they can't pay for, then they wouldn't be able to get a ticket to fly out.
Right.
Right. Makes no sense at all. But that's going to have limited, and I believe in the first one, we can have about 50. We have like 12 or 15 that have been sold, and we've just been selling them in the background without promoting hard. But if you want to attend, start thinking about it. And that's going to be like a more private, intimate mastermind in my house where we're going to go over a structure of really building a team and really building your marketing right. And it's not really a product. If you miss it, you just miss it, because none of those will be the same. Okay, it's a mastermind. And so if you guys want to go and you have the resources, okay, it's a good use of money for the right people. It's not a good use of money for people who are not the right people. You can click that, you fill out the application. That just goes to our general application, but I'm looking to fill out the first retreat by the end of this month, so we know who's going to come. And I've already got, I think, 12, 15 that are going confirmed, so that means I can fit 30, I think 35, 40 more max. You know, probably more like 35. So if you guys have been thinking about it at all, it will sell out. And if you guys don't get access and you do want access, it'll end up selling out anyway because of the sales systems that we're putting in place. So I encourage you to do that and just keep us in the loop and tell us if you want to go. If any of you do want to go to that retreat and you've got resources, you could also shoot me an email, that email address. I'm not going to respond so you guys know, but I will look at the emails if you guys are saying, yes, want to go to a retreat or something, and we'll get you connected. And I'm going to be doing some stuff as well just to help the sales, because I think that if I train everybody, this is all stuff everybody can do. So we'll be calling all the new members, we'll be calling all the applications, and we'll go through part by part training different people in the company to do it, which will help. I want to train you guys, right? Because you guys got to understand something, okay? Let me tell you why this campaign worked, okay? With one thing, okay? Let me take a look at it here, and I'll show you why. Right? This very, very simple, basic thing that works 100% of the time. It works anything. It's because I sent out a message and I said, do you want to work with me? Right? I'll call you, right? And people want to work with somebody. That's like they want to work with somebody who's going to work with them, right? More than they want a business, no matter how good the business is. People care about that more than they care about what the business is. Like I used to sell when I was in Numis, which isn't around now, but the owners are super cool. I was in that company, and people used to ask what it is, and I'd just be like, well, do you want to work with me or not? And they'd say, yeah. And I'd say, it doesn't really matter. Just fill out the form. Because I just didn't care to answer the question and to go into pitch about it and stuff like that. And they would just join and spend $500 on something they wouldn't even know what it was. And then a week later, they'd say, this is actually really cool. I'd say, I told you. You know, but they really wanted to work with me, right? So if you guys go out there and you understand the market wants a mentor, right? You position that and really build rapport, you'll get ratios that are like 3 out of 5, right? Small numbers with big recruiting ratios make it so you can pay for getting big numbers, right? Really easy formula. Make sense, everybody? So I'm gonna go. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I want to emphasize, because this is the same basic thing that I do in my coaching practice, is that the energy or the direction of the energy is right. Dave is not doing push selling. He's doing a pull selling. So he's getting people to come to him. So he puts out content. The content gets them onto the list, and then that's the first filter. And then the second filter is inviting people to apply. And then once they apply, then they're ready to have a conversation with them. And it's like in my coaching practice, I don't go out and attack people. I'm not going door to door to find coaching clients. What I do is I put out content, and then I say, hey, I do coaching, or sometimes I'll go out and I'll do a talk, and I'll just talk about how I coach clients. Maybe I'll tell stories about breakthroughs that clients have had, and then I'll either invite people, or sometimes, depending on the context, it's just a real soft invitation. I just tell stories, basically. And from that, then I get people who send me an email and say, hey, love to talk to Will. My assistant then goes out and books them into a phone call, or there might be a light screening process depending on where the person contacts me from. Light screening process on a short phone call. I usually charge for the phone call. I usually charge like $25 or something like that. And part of that is just to see if the person is actually serious enough to pay me $25 to get on the phone. And then once they're on, my only concern is to actually get the person a result. And if I can't help the person out, I tell them. And if I think I can help the person out, then the next step is to invite them to take the next step, which is to sign up for a coaching package. It's the same exact process, and it works. And part of the reason is it's not a push, it's a pull. We were talking about coming up for the event. We're going to be talking about this at the event a little bit more. And for those of you that don't yet have your event tickets, make sure if you bought VIP, you'll have a live stream ticket coming. You want to be there this weekend, no question about it. If you don't yet have the VIP product, you can either buy the VIP product, or, which I highly recommend, there's great content in there. Or on Thursday, we're going to be sending out tickets for one-time live attendance only. It's not recording. No recordings included in the sale of products. It's live attendance. We're going to be laying this stuff out. But as we were laying out the content, one of the things we're talking about is, what's the formula to help what's the simplest formula that the brand new person can use to get sales? And we basically said, build your audience, deliver content to your audience, right? High quality content, something they actually want. Then the people that respond to your content, you either start a conversation with them, and then during the conversation, you filter to see if they want to have a business conversation. So for example, let's say that Facebook is my delivery mode, because you don't need any training to learn how to do Facebook. I post a value piece, maybe I write 500 words on Facebook, it's a rant post, and I rant a little bit about something I'm passionate about, maybe around goal setting, maybe it's around time, maybe it's around money, and then I put it out there, and then there's going to be people who like, comment, and share on that post, and depending on the size of my audience, that might be a few people, or it might be like a lot of people. Well, with everybody who likes, comments, or shares, I can reach out, and they have just given me permission not to sell them, but to start having a conversation with them. I could literally just start to engage them in Facebook chat, and then if they didn't engage back, that we drop it right there. If they engage, then what do? Then I go on and I start just finding out about them. I go into the rapport building process. And maybe I know them real well already. Maybe I don't know them that well. I just go into the rapport building process. Then at some point there's a filter where I'm filtering to see if they want to take the next step. If they do, then I can either transition into a business conversation, or I can schedule it. Or I can send, what I would probably do in my case is I'd send them out to an application once we got them to the right spot. If they fill it out, they pass that filter. Now I can pop on the phone with them, and I want to get them off Facebook into a conversation. So again, it's build an audience, right? Build an audience. Filter by putting out content that your audience should respond to. The ones that respond, build rapport with, find out what they want. If they want something, send them to an application, filter them, get on the phone. Anything you want to add to that, Dave?
Well, yeah. Let's talk about, let's break down. So how do you take this and schedule yourself, right? So take what I just did. That took me 1 hour. I checked the time. It seemed long, but it was an hour of calls, because it took me forever to get the calls in there, and then I ended up not calling all of them. So I probably could have taken much less time. But like, I spent a lot of time, right? I'm always like that. Like I worked at a Discover Card, and like I had like 5 times the average call time of everyone. But my sale rate, like this is years ago, like my sale rate was like 90% of my conversations. I have people who call in and they'd be like, "Who's this Dave Wood guy? He got me talking about my cows," and like, but they like me and then just feel like they had to buy something. My secret strategy: be likable and weird.
Well, rapport.
Oh yeah,
rapport is key.
Yeah. So like, let me give you guys something that like is very predictable, that will work for everyone that does it, very within a certain range of numbers. And if you get good, they'll be right around the same range. Okay, you don't need to be that good to do what I just did. You just need to understand it work, right? If you literally, if you got 10 applications a day in 1 hour, right, which is not hard. It's just a matter of knowing how to do it, and then spent 1 more hour calling them, you could sponsor 2 people a day tomorrow. I mean, it is not complicated. Now, you get them into a capture page, get a lead first, right? That's easier to get a lead. You're going to get more leads, then you could follow up through email. But if you literally just go out and you get 10 applications and connect with them, right? Now, I'll sponsor more if I call them right around the time they opt in, right?
That's called the list recency effect.
Yeah. So the ratios, the pickup rate, the response rate will go down the longer the time it takes. But like literally, if you had, let's say you had 2 hours a day, right? People are like, how do I build in 2 hours a day? 1 hour, the aim is getting 10 new people like a day that you have quality information for, right? And I could do this without an application. I could do it with a phone number, right? And that might be beyond like where a lot of you are at, but once you do it, you just need to relax. It'll be the same. It's like the easiest thing in the world. It's like 1 hour doing that. You will bring in 2 people from 10 applications. All of you will do it. and it will blow your mind how consistent that is. That will outperform any on a large scale over big team. That will outperform 100% of all paid traffic strategies for duplication and for retention. Now, that is not knocking paid ad strategies. They are both required, right? If you want to do different kinds of things, you need both strategies. But like, let me take you what I just did. All of you can do this tonight, okay? Like, you need one strategy to get leads, one strategy to give content, and then you just focus it over the next month on getting to those numbers to where you can have those conversations. 1 hour, you bring in 2 people a day. Now, I promise you, if I bring in 2 people a day like that, okay, those 2 people a day will be a $30,000 a month income within 2 months in Empower Network, right? They will, right? And it's not because I'm going to close them on the phone. And it's not because that would make sense from those conversations. It's because those people will stay in ratios that are completely ridiculous compared to the ratios that you're going to get from getting people to just buy something spontaneous.
Impersonally.
Yeah, and the people that don't buy, that lady, she wanted to tell me why she should get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you shouldn't. Yes, I should. Well, maybe I can take photos of my horses. I'm like, okay, right? You know what I mean? And it's like, but like, my point is that those people will turn into a big income fast. Yeah, real fast. That help everybody here? Here. Cool. All right, guys, I'm good. Let you go. Tara, let's end the broadcast, and we will see you guys at the event. If you ain't coming, just get a plane ticket. Come on down.
Yeah, get a plane ticket. Heck, at least join us on live stream. So Thursday, watch out for that email.
Cool. Shutting it down. Thanks everybody for sticking with us. See you on the live stream this weekend.
Realize you're still on here, Zach. How you doing?
Yeah, man.
Let's end the live cast. Yeah.
Yeah.